We're going live and live and live. And hey, 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 we're early. We are early. My mistake, my bad. I told everybody 8, half 8, and I think I told Ty the Lego guy to come in at 5 hours time. So he is, he might be coming, he might not, who knows. So what we'll do is we're going to shoot the breeze. We're going to hang out and chill out and wait for the population to arrive into the chat. I will just say hello, first of all, to Nicoletta, who is always here, Mitty Bricks, Lego Madness, who is saying hello, hey Liam, and we'll say hello to Jabo, also known as Bricktsar.
Hello, thanks for having me. Glad I could finally join you after all these times you've asked me.
I know, and thank you for coming on. It's been something I've wanted to do for ages and ages because I was trying. I will also say hello to Darren, who is solo brick builder down the bottom there, and he's having a cup of tea, I think. When I started watching YouTube videos, when I got into Lego first, I didn't know there was a Lego YouTube thing on the internet. So what I did was I just went online to look at YouTube videos from anyone because I wasn't subscribed to anybody. And one of the first videos I found were Lego train crashes. Yeah, I was like, oh my God, these are awesome. So I don't even know who the people are anymore because I didn't subscribe to them because I was new to YouTube. I didn't know that's what you did. So eventually I found some trains by you, from some train videos from you, and I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. And he does funny things, so I subscribed. And from there I found I think I looked either in people you subscribed to or something like that. But anyway, Jang came from that, Brick Queen came from that, Just Too Good came from that, and Brick Fault. So you're pretty much responsible for most of my first YouTube subscription, which is pretty cool. But tell me, how did you get into? What were you going to say?
Oh no, I wasn't going to say anything. No.
So you tell me how you got into being a Lego YouTuber, and like why did you think I'm going to make Lego video? Because you're on YouTube how long now?
I've been regularly making YouTube videos since 2012. Late 2011, early 2012, and then Lego, this channel, Bricktsar, I started in the end of 2012. And it was all by accident because I tell the story is like I thought YouTube was a site to share videos with your family. And because back in 2005, 6, 7, it's like, the internet was still slow for most people. Mm-hmm. And it's like, okay, you can upload this video and then they can watch it when they want to. So I'd done a couple of small videos that I found on my computer. And I was like, I think I'll upload these. And then I never did anything with it again. And then I started getting all those notifications from Google or YouTube. I think it was Google, like, you need to sign up for the partnership program. Oh, scam. I was deleting them because I had the first video uploaded, which had nothing to do with Lego. It was relatively viral for that time period. And they wanted me to monetize it. And then I ended up doing that. And then I was like, well, what do I do? What kind of videos do I make? I don't know what to make. I don't know how to make videos. I'm not good at filming, still not. So I just started experimenting. And then I came across, like you, I came across by accident. I wasn't even looking for Lego videos. And then somehow I discovered Brick Show, Brick Queen, and Your Creative Friends. And I was like, oh, they're doing videos about Lego sets. I don't even got to go buy them. I can go do them. So I'll try that. And I did that on my original channel. And then I was like, you know what? I have too many different things. I was doing roller coasters, trains, animals, toys, baseball cards, comic books. I was doing way too much stuff. So I was like, just make a channel just about Lego since I got a ton of Lego in the basement. And that's how it started.
That's pretty cool. And when did the Bricklink store start? Was that after?
No, it's long before. It was before YouTube even existed. So really? I've been on Bricklink since it was Brick Bay.
Wow. I don't even think about the Brick Bay even. I didn't know they had a name before Bricklink.
Yeah, so what they had the name Brick Bay when they started. and then they were got a cease and desist from eBay, so it was conflict of trademark. So they switched it to Bricklink, and I used Bricklink mainly for buying. And then I was like, oh, I'm going to sell some of my extra stuff here because I was using eBay to sell, and so I started selling in 2004.
Oh my God, that's like you're like pretty much one of the original Lego YouTubers. And when you see new people come along, do you kind of try and reach out to them, or do they come to you for advice or anything like that?
No, nobody. I mean, there's so many people. It's hard to connect with everybody, and I think you'll find, and this generation of ones that are coming on now, they'll click with people that are in their circle, or that they just happen to find first, or that, you know, they're friends of their friends, and you just don't have the time to invest to watch everybody. I mean, it's I would like to know everybody. I look at somebody like Julian Bricksmith. Yeah. He's very good at remembering everybody. I will see people, and I will know people, but usually I can only keep up with the ones that comment on my videos. And it's like I do try to watch other people's. I prefer to watch podcasts, the podcast style of video. So if you're on there talking and there's not a lot of dead time, like the hangout videos, those are the types you can't really watch. Like if people are just hanging out building, but the videos like you do with Thursday, they've been very interesting. And so I can listen to those while I'm driving around. I don't have to look to see what people are doing. So that's how and then I kind of get to know some of the people that you have on like that. But I don't think people need to come to me for advice. I can tell them more of what I can tell them when stuff definitely won't work.
Well, I appreciate the comment about Thursday, and what that is. I mean, you do get the build streams, and you get like I don't think there are many people that just talk about Lego without actually building. Two reasons. One is I'm not a fan of the whole clickety clack when people are talking. It overpowers everybody. But then Jang, when Jang was on the first time, he had a Lego set ready to go, ready to build, and he was like, "Are you guys not building?" We were like, "No." He's like, "Oh," he looked relieved because you're not under pressure to be producing what you built at the end of it. But it's good to just chat about stuff.
Well, you take somebody like Jang, who's the OG in this. He's been doing it since before most everybody even thought about doing Lego videos. And when you're at his level, it's hard to connect with everybody. But I've noticed that in the last year, he's made that effort to like get on people's streams like yours and have people on with his. And it's like, that's a risk sometimes, because you don't know sometimes people or what you're going to be getting into. I mean, I'm very cautious about having people on my channel because I have like strict rules, and I don't want to force anybody. I don't. Those are for me. They're not for anybody else. And it's like if I don't want to have something on my channel, it's like that doesn't mean you can't do it or other people can't do it. But it's like But to step out of that and get on to other people's streams and get out of that comfort zone, I see a lot of the pandemics brought about some changes, I guess.
Big time. Yeah, big time. If it wasn't for the pandemic, I probably wouldn't be doing YouTube.
and I had the dilemma that when the pandemic started, actually work picked up. Because I work in telecommunications, and it's like I didn't have all the free time. I'd hear my friends would tell me, "Oh, I'm bored." I'm like, "I'm not bored."
I don't know how anyone could have been bored during the pandemic. Well, we've a hobby, I suppose. But I just want to say hello to a few more people that dropped in. We have Knights of Glen. We've got Will Harper. We have Lester. We've got Snap to Grid Bricks. We have this is an interesting one. Mayo Hosco for commenting on Jabo channels. Obviously a fan. We have Bricky Ty. How are you doing? Thanks for dropping in, everybody. And everyone's talking about May the 1st and 4th sets and everything. I hope everybody got what they wanted to get. And if you didn't, don't worry about it. Another cool thing that I saw you doing was different t-shirt a day.
Every day.
What's that about?
Because nobody else wants to do it. It's not really. I'm all about doing things that aren't necessary or popular. And so I have a bunch of t-shirts. I have all these t-shirts or shirts that I haven't worn in years. I'm like, I'm going to see how many days I can go. So we're 132 days in. I've not worn the same shirt yet.
What? Oh my God. I
This
think
is probably like the 19th time I've worn this t-shirt on a live stream.
Yeah. and you know, it's like, we'll go through those phases where we got favorite shirts. So if I look back at some old videos, I got the same 3 or 4 shirts on a lot of times. And it's like, I'm going to the opposite extreme. And so when Bricktsar did the spoof, the parody of me, he put, you know, I said, I'm wearing a different shirt. So he literally put the word different on his shirt. And I was like, I got to get one of those. I got to make one of those.
I do like your comeback, your version of that. What was it?
Bizarre Tech.
Yeah, Bizarre Tech. That was hilarious. I was like, "What is going on?" But Bricky Tech, like he's getting a great value out of the green screen. He is one of the titles of his videos was "I'm going to stream from my garden," and I actually was looking, going, "God, you got a nice garden." I was like, "Oh my God, it's the green screen."
Yeah. That's the other thing. I've kind of seen his evolution as a creator. And I remember when he first started live streaming, and he was like doing it every single day. And I'm like, you're going to burn out, because I did that. I've seen other people do it. They live stream every single day. And it's great because you enjoy that interaction with people, but you can't get anything done.
I've only ever done it once, and I'm never doing it again.
Yeah.
Like live streaming every day is not a fun topic.
How long did you do it for, Solo?
Sorry?
How long did you do it for? Like a week or 2 weeks?
Yeah, I only done it for a week. I only done it for the 7 days. It was a bit of the build of Barracuda Bay. I'd done that consecutively streams every day because that was just one of those kind of builds I didn't want to leave to rest. I just enjoyed the build. So I was just like, right, you know, I'm going to build it. I'm going to stream it. And obviously I was building it every day. So I was only doing like 2 hours, maybe 3 hours. And then people just watching me just slowly descend into madness over the hours, just going by. And then come the Friday, I'm done. I've lost the plot. You know, it's just, and I think that was actually my best stream to date because people are just tuning in and I've lost it. You know, oh man, yeah.
There was a nice little comment here from Bricky Ty. Tech and Greg are still bromancing, I expect. Well, to answer that question, they're not, because Greg is actually here. Hello, Greg.
Hey, how we doing?
Hey.
So, Greg, you know who this man is. This is Bricktsar. Bricktsar, this is Greg from London Bridge Bricks. And Greg was out today. Do you want to tell everyone what you were doing today with Tech?
Well, it really comes down to the fact of what wasn't I doing with Tech today, folks. It really was a case of that. It was a brilliant day. We did basically, you've heard of a pub crawl, Bricktsar. We did a Lego crawl. We basically started in the centre of London and kind of started working around some of the main sort of shopping areas in London. So we hit Regent Street, we hit Westfields as well, which I think that you was over there as well, weren't you, Solo?
If my times was right, we must have missed each other by about 2 minutes, I think, if my times are right. Yeah, because when I saw you go live, I saw you paying up by the time I was throttling my daughter. We were just getting in the car park. We paid and we were just getting in the car park. I was like, damn!
That's such a shame. So I did a live stream on Instagram from Leicester Square. And that was brilliant fun. That was this morning, and then I did it. When at Westfields as well, because I've never actually been to that Westfields one. In all honesty, and it was really nice, lovely people there. I was hitting the paddle big time. I got my Lego set that I wanted to get. I didn't get the R2D2, and I will say this: the R2D2 is a very, very good set, and I will get it. It looks amazing. I mean, it's ginormous. It's massive. It's brilliant. But I just didn't want to get that today. I don't need it at the moment. But I got, but what I did get, I was on a mission. I was on several missions today, Bricktsar, and one of them was for Cy O'Connor and Bricky T. White, and it was to get this beautiful exclusive minifigure from Hamleys.
Woohoo!
And there we go. And Cy O'Connor. The great thing is they had it in there for £6.50, but they matched their online price of £5.50.
That's awesome.
So I got that.
Thank you so much.
You are very welcome. These are nice, actually. They're kind of quite posh poly bags, really, because they come with this extra piece on it as well, which is nice. But yeah, it's a very cool. And I tell you what, I got to be honest, folks. There was a brilliant part going up there where they had a load of Playmobil stuff. I got to be honest, Playmobil, they do some good stuff, man. They do some really.
Did you see their DeLorean that they've got there?
They've got a DeLorean. I mean, what the stuff that they're doing with the Scooby Doo things is brilliant. I mean, absolutely. If I was a kid now, or Lego, and I was thinking, what do I want to get into? Playmobil or Lego? I gotta be honest, Playmobil would definitely be on my radar. They've got some good licenses, and they're doing really good jobs of it as well.
It's better for just playing.
Yeah. It's a lot more durable. That's for sure.
They made some good. They made some good train products for toy trains, but they don't sell them over here.
Okay. Well, anyway, this is like royalty. I feel like over here in the UK, if we come across royalty, Bricktsar, we bow. So here's my royal bow to you, sir.
You can see Greg's a lot more polite than me.
I'm more of I view myself more as a royal pain.
A royal pain. A royal pain.
You're something that I noticed on your channel in the past maybe year, Bricktsar. The quality has, the video quality has like become immaculate. How did you accomplish that?
It is.
Yeah, I mean, it's like,
I noticed on my phone that there was a setting to upload at full quality.
right.
And so I started doing that instead of partial quality or whatever it was before, because I thought that if I filmed on my phone and uploaded it, it would be 4K, and it wasn't. You have to set, because I use the app to upload. So most of the videos I film are filmed on my iPhone. Yeah. And the one that I did with Bricktsar was not the Bricktsar Tech one. That one was filmed with a GoPro, just because I was lazy and it was easier to do that type of video with that. And I was like, if I have to do it over, I'd want to have better quality for that. But thank you for saying that. It makes me feel good. And in the early days, I was trying with the lighting, and I tried different cameras, and it's like the iPhone's 4K as long as you have the right background and lighting. It's completely fine for making videos. And I built enough lights into the basement. I'm pointing in here. There's no lights, and this is my office. But now I don't have to worry about setting up any lights for most of the videos that I film. It just saves me so much time because I'm lazy. And I use the lav mic. I would like to get a wireless lav mic at some point. That's the big thing. Yeah.
It's funny, those little things, they do help. Lighting, very important. A half decent, like a webcam is good as well. I'd like to go down the DSLR route because I think the focus on that is very good. And sound as well. A good mic. If you get one or two of those basic things, everyone becomes quite watchable. I think sound is quite important as well. But interestingly, what camera do you use when you're doing, like at the moment?
Right now I'm using a Logitech webcam, just the generic cheap one. So it's not the best camera. In fact, when I take it down to the basement, I'm like, everything looks washed out. I don't like it. So that's another reason I don't live stream a lot, is like I just don't like the picture quality. I need to get one of those DSLRs or something that.
Yeah. I think you're after the same one that Richard's got from Bricktsar.
Yeah, Bricktsar has one. I think. Well, I know Top Pops has one as well. I think you like Top Pops, don't you? Bricktsar. You've watched Top Pops before, no?
Pop.
Canadian Funko Pop YouTuber No, someone else. But no, he's got and his quality is brilliant. And the same with Bricktsar, his quality is brilliant as well.
It's someone else in the green room. He might be a little bit sore still, but
we're going to let.
Oh, sorry.
Going to let Tech in. Hey, Tech.
Hey, long time no see.
Greg, it's been ages, mate. Where have you been?
You know, I've been out and about on the town. What can I say?
Oh, man. What day? How are you doing,
Tech,
everyone?
This is Bricktsar, as if you don't know, and this is Tech Productions, also known as Thomas.
How you doing,
Hey,
dude?
Thomas.
Lovely to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Sorry, go on. So it's a Canon M50 Mark II I'm after. And I don't know, I was asking about it in the shop the other day, and the guy said it wasn't released yet. They had a display model of the M50, but it's a really good camera, like so good.
But this might be a time to get the M50, because if that's phasing out, it's going to be a lot cheaper than the new one.
I know, but
Is
they
that
only
the
had
is that the mirrorless one?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
I think there's a. I don't know much about cameras, but that name rings a bell. There's a mirrorless one, and I think on Curry's it was like down 50 quid the other week. Probably in anticipation for the Mark II to come out, if it is the one you're on about. But the mirrorless one, I think you can set up as a webcam.
Yeah.
It'd be so cool, especially like when you want to hold up like the new minifigures that have come out from Lego, the Sonic 501st figures. They'll instantly focus, or the 501st Sonic. So it's two something I really want. They're exclusive, yeah. I'll sell them to you. But so Bricktsar, you have got a family affair of YouTubers in your family. So there's yourself with multiple channels, which we'll go into in a few minutes as well. And you've got your son, who has his own YouTube channel. Used to be primarily Lego, and he does a lot of some gaming now as well. And then there's your daughter, who is a YouTuber as well.
Yeah. So Jacob, they might be Bricks, my son. He's the one that I guess really got me more motivated when I was first starting, because he would film videos on whatever he could find, our old digital cameras. He even had this little Hot Wheels car that was a camera, and he would run around making videos. And they were just not the type of videos that would really work to share publicly. But so he was just really energetic about it. Kind of, not much different than Clark of Bricktsar's son, but so he had all that energy at the beginning, and that kind of helped me to make more videos on my own. And but he's busy with his life, and he's finding out what it's like to go get a real job, and he wants to spend time with his friends, and so he doesn't make as much content as he did when he was younger. And then my daughter, just out of the blue, she was like, I want to start making videos again. And so she's been, going full steam ahead with it, and just trying to figure out what she really wants to do. It's not going to be about Lego, other than if she wants to build, she might do a build stream or something, but she's making about things that she likes, which is the way any YouTube venture you go into, it's got to be something that you like to do.
Absolutely. I mean, there's no point in looking at YouTube and going, "What'll I do that will get me famous or make me money?" Or because you're not going to stick with it, and it's going to show that you're not into it if you're just jumping on a bandwagon.
Yeah. And so, it was about 7 years ago, I created one of my other channels to focus just on trains, because all the train videos I did on my Lego channel did good. And I'm like, this isn't the only train stuff that I have. It's not just Lego. So I wanted to share everything. And then that channel took off and was just like everything. It was like everything I did would do well on that channel. And then YouTube was like, you need to go to these, go take these classes, or they would have, it's not seminars, but you'd have a Google Hangout with somebody from YouTube and a couple other creators, and they were like telling you things that you need to do to make your channel do better. And it was precursor to Kappa.
Yeah.
They were like, you need to make videos for kids. I'm like, I don't want to make videos for kids. You need to, I have these 20-year-old girls telling me you need to like be all like energetic and excited. And I'm like, no, I need to be who I am.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, I know that if I go and try to be a Ryan's Toys review or Easy Toys Time or whatever, I'm going to get 1 million views for a piece of garbage content. But that's like, I want to make my kind of garbage.
Yeah.
That's a kind of a common thread. You put yourself down an awful lot. Like, I know it's in jest, but what you do, it's entertaining, and I mean, you've got a lot of subscribers and a lot of people who love your videos, and that's something to take back, to take it into account. Tell us more about the Lego, or not just Lego, but the train channel that you have, because you have a passion for trains.
Yes.
Love train stuff. The train stuff is amazing.
Thank you. I love, trains is something that's always been something I've loved. We got 8mm film of me watching trains when I was like a year or two old. So it's like, I've been passionate about trains, but I've never been like the guy that's got the knowledge. Like, I can't look at a locomotive and necessarily tell you what type of locomotive that is or what years it was active. So, but I do like seeing detail and realism. So I've gotten to where I collected all types of different trains, all the different scales. And I remember, so, I went to London in 1986.
Oh, great year that was.
Yeah. So we had a free day. It was a school trip. There's 7 of us from my school that went, and one of our teachers took us because he's got his family's from England, and he knew all the different places to take us. But like that Friday of our trip, I could go anywhere I wanted, and so spending that week there, I kind of knew my way around the is it the metro? Is that what they call it?
Underground.
The underground. That's it. And so I went to I looked up on the map where all the different train shops would be. And I bought in-scale trains. I bought as much as I could fit into my luggage. So it was a lot of the smaller scale stuff that was based out of England. And so that was, and unfortunately I sold that stuff later when eBay came around, but it was a pretty neat little thing. I still got some of the posters and the magazines, but one of the things I saw was in a Hornby catalog was the Thomas the Tank Engine stuff. Yeah. I was like, this is interesting. And so I actually started collecting Thomas and Friends things.
Love it. We saw loads of that today in Hamleys. That was amazing in there.
Yeah, we were walking. As you walk up like the first set of stairs, there was the I think it's Trackmaster now that have a license for Thomas. But I was saying to Greg, a bit further around the corner, there was the Brio section, and Brio used to have the license when I was like really young. They had the license for Thomas, and we had tons and tons and tons of it as a kid. And my mum still got it in like a really nice box for hopefully one day she gets grandkids, then she can pull it all out. But yeah, we would have layouts going all around the room. It's hours of fun.
Yeah,
hours of fun.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. May I ask? I've got to go soon, folks. I've got homemade Indian curry waiting for me. You talked me, Bricktsar, into buying the crocodile train very recently. When you did that video where you was comparing the current ones to past ones, and it was a brilliant video, and I really appreciate that. And it is a beautiful Lego set, and I can't wait to build it. But interestingly, I have a personal favorite steam train, and I wondered what your favorite steam train is.
A steam train.
Yeah.
So there's a railroad that used to go about a quarter mile from my house, and there was a locomotive that would come by every so often. It was the Southern Crescent. It's like an old Pacific type locomotive, and I'm not actually 100% sure which one it was, because there's several different Southern Crescents, but they got one in Washington, D.C. at Smithsonian. This one like that. I like that because of the nostalgia for me, like running up to to the end of the road to see the steam train go by. It was an excursion train they used to run. But if you're going to tie me down, like get one, it'd probably be like a Union Pacific big boy, the biggest one made.
Yeah, the big boy is beautiful. My personal favorite one, Bricktsar, is the Mallard and the blue one. And I got it, and it's simply because my dad bought it for me, a Hornby set, 00 gauge, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful color. It looks slick. It's gorgeous. It really is, folks. And that's why that's kind of carried over. And I'd like to do a Lego one day. And I know a friend who's kind of created one, but one day I would definitely like to have a Mallard custom in my Lego set. I really would.
Yeah, I think that in Europe they got a lot more interesting steam locomotives and even diesels than what we see here in the States. Everything looks the same here.
Oh, really? Okay. Oh, we not a million miles away from where I live. There's it's kind of deepest. I think it's Sussex area. There's a train, like a steam locomotive train that kind of goes to and fro. It's called the Bluebell one. Maybe I'll DM it to you one day.
Stepney's a Bluebell, even though he's gold.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, and it's brilliant. And honestly, folks, if you ever get a chance to go on a steam train, do it, because the smell, the experience, it just takes you back in time. And it was a beautiful time when I used to do it. It really was, folks. But I love steam trains. The ingenuity behind it. And I tell you, a really good place to go to see steam trains. This is an epiphany. It's just come back to me that one of the best places I've ever been to see steam trains, believe it or not, folks, was Cuba, of all places.
Cuba?
Yeah, I was in Cuba, and I literally came across a railway line that had loads and loads of old steam trains, and they had to keep all the old steam trains because they still use the steam trains from time to time.
Yeah, so they're stuck in the 1950s, which the 50s was the heyday of railroading. You had steam and diesel kind of together. People were still traveling by passenger train here in the U.S. So I guess I should say it's the heyday in North America. Yeah, y'all still use trains more than we do. It's more of a northeastern thing here now. Yeah,
it's good. It's magic. It really is magic. But on that note, I have to fly. I'm afraid, Si. I'm kind of. I have to go. I've got homemade dinner. I say homemade dinner sounds a bit weird, but my wife has done a curry, and it's I can't delay. I love curry. I'm literally probably at the mouth here waiting for it to eat it. But I'd love to stay here longer. I really would, because this is you're like I said, Bricktsar, you're like royalty for us. You really are, and so it's been lovely to see you, Si. Lovely to see you, of course, my friend. Sorry, I can't stay any longer. But you will go changing the times that you're streaming this week.
I know. And poor Joey was like, "Oh my God, you said this time," and I was like, "I know, I'm an idiot."
Well, these things happen. Life happens, folks. It does. Even steam trains break down from time to time.
We were all sitting here, and Darren goes, "Oh, I just got a notification. You're going live in half an hour," and I was like, "Huh?"
Well, I mean, one thing I saw you say 8:30, and another I saw 8 o'clock, and I thought, and then me and Tim went, "Oh, it's just Si." He would just go like, "Yeah, it's just Si." But anyway, great to see you, Bricktsar. Lovely to meet you, sir. Really
Thank you, Greg, and I appreciate your kind words.
Oh, you're very welcome. Si, great to see you. Solo, great to see you, mate, and the Tasmanian Devil there, looking very, very good. He really is.
He's got two of my favorite characters there already.
I love a bit of Taz. I really do. I've got a Joker with that. I don't know what you'd call it. Really, a lemon curd pie or something like lemon meringue
or cream pie.
That's good, isn't it? I've got a cheese slope there that actually is a cheese slope as well. That's pretty cool. And nice to see you as well, Tech. Lovely jubbly. And anyway, folks, I will see you all very, very soon. And thanks for having me, Si. And take care.
No problem.
Be good. Enjoy the rest of the stream. Don't forget, give it a thumbs up, everybody. And I think the next time I'm doing something, Si, will be on Monday with Tech. We've got a London Tech. So I just thought I'd give that a quick plug. I think it's 5 o'clock. We'll be kicking off, folks. 5 o'clock. Look out for that. It's going to be the AT-ST versus the AT-ST. Rogue One versus The Mandalorian ATST. So watch out for that, folks. Si, great to see you. Everybody out there, all you lovely peeps, right? Give this stream a nice, healthy thumbs up. Use the force, folks. That's what it's there for. Take care, everybody. And on that note, good day to you all.
Good day.
It's going.
It's going to be cold by the time he gets down there.
That's Greg. He takes 15 minutes to say goodbye. I'm just going to say hello to a few more people who dropped in. Lorraine Fox O'Connor, that's the wife. I think I said hello to Lego Madness. Who I saw someone with a cool name there. Oh, there's Bricks with Justin dropped in. There was, where did you go? Pete, I think his name was, but I'll find him here. A lot of people dropped in while we're chatting. Was that a minion or what was that?
No, that's Tweety Bird.
Tweety Bird. Nicoletta's here, and Brickham's Den. Mainnet for Bricks. Hello, we'll be on shortly. No worries, take your time. That's my fault. I'm an idiot. And where's that other person gone? I wanted to say hello to him. I think it was. Oh, he's on the screen. That's Pete W. Hi all. Welcome. Do you guys have anything to ask Jabbo while we're here?
Oh, you put me on the spot now.
I have loads of questions.
Go on, keep going. I'm sure I'll feed off your questions. Oh,
okay, yeah, you feed off my questions. Okay, so when you got into Lego, okay, were you already married, or had you developed your love for Lego more when you got married, or basically when you got with the wife? How did you explain to her that you were into Lego, and what did she think?
Well, first of all, they frowned upon marriage when you're like 7 or 8 years old. And so, I've always been into Lego. It's never been really anything that has not been a part of my life. It was always limited, as most people, is limited by funds and space. Mm-hmm. And so I grew up, I have 4 sisters and 2 brothers. And we grew up in a 2-bedroom house for the most part. And so there wasn't a lot of space. And there's limited funds as well. So, I remember I think it was one of my sisters bought me a Technic set. We exchanged gifts and stuff. And it was the Technic forklift. And that was like a big set to me back then. And I wore that thing out. I did as much as I could with it. But, I couldn't go out and buy more Technic to go with it. But, as I got older, I would get, work and get jobs, and I could afford more. And then when I was in my 20s and had more regular work and was out of school, I discovered clearance. And it just, in the 90s is when it really started snowballing. I discovered after Christmas clearance at Sears, right. And I would go get the 50% off castle sets. And so my castle collection was growing. I wanted to have all the castle sets. And then in 89, the Pirates came out. And I was like, oh, I want all the Pirates. And so I would wait. I would do the things waiting for the 20% off or the after holiday clearance. And I did that all through the 90s. Trains came out. I was like, these were too expensive. The monorail was too expensive. I wanted those, but then I discovered a flea market. This guy would have some of these things. And so I was able to, that's how I got into the Lego trains, was getting it from the flea market. But so take it to 1994, I bought my first house. Did not have hardly any furniture. But I did have Lego. So I bought this coffee table that had a clear top and drawers, and it was filled with Lego.
Nice.
And I remember people would come over and they'd be like, "Why you got Lego here in your living room?" And then next thing you know, they're playing with it. And so I had a display shelf. It's in the foyer area. I had not all of my castle, but I had castle and pirate stuff displayed there. So when I started dating my wife, she already had seen everything. And one of the best choices though is like after we got married, she's like, "Can you put this in the basement?" And because we had a wall that had a flat surface to it that went between the living room and the kitchen. I had stuff up there. It was way up high where you couldn't even reach it. You had to get a ladder to get to it. And when I taken the stuff off of the shelf, it got a lot of sunlight there, and it was very faded yellow. That's my first experience with Lego bricks changing colors, and I was like, oh no. I'm glad she told me to take all this stuff down because it was getting ruined up there. And so I moved everything out of the living room and put it in the basement. But no, she's known from the beginning.
Is she into it at all? Or like, is there any sets that she's got, or is she very, very curious about your hobby, or does she like just stay away? That's your area. Like,
she's interested in it from the perspective of she knows that we like it.
Yeah.
And so she'll take an interest in it that way.
Yeah.
And she's very happy to help me sell stuff.
So yeah, it sounds like this is a bit too keen sometimes.
So she's highly motivated to do the Bricklink stuff. So all the extra stuff I have for sale that's in the Bricklink store, I got it set up where anybody could come in there and pick an order, and I taught her how to do it, and she's better at it than I am. And that's her whole experience with Lego is picking Bricklink orders.
Okay.
That's pretty cool. I just want to say thank you to Lorraine Fox for the €2 donation. That is much appreciated. And obviously it helps out the channel. And obviously she's my wife and she is a great supporter of the channel. And like yourself, I mean, our house is I think all of us, I can speak for all of us here on the panel. Our houses get filled up with Lego quite quickly. And like you don't realize it either because you have space and you fill it with Lego and boxes. Like I obviously, like everyone else, I've got Lego still in the boxes. But what happens is you buy more, and then you hear a team is going to retire, and you're like, "Oh my god, I didn't get that!" And you chase that, and then you see more sets from 2 years ago, and you chase that, and then Lego bring out 45,000 sets this year, and you're like, "Oh my god, I have to get them!" And you know, I have stuff everywhere, and I have to buy a wardrobe to put stuff on and in. And I still don't have enough space.
So have any of you ever gone to like Bricklink or Brickset and searched by year? Like you can see all the sets that came out in 2020. You can see all the sets that came out. Go back to like 1975. It'd be like the whole year is like 50 sets versus 800.
Yeah.
Now
it's crazy now, and like they've got such a broad audience now at this point that like the thing is like they're not necessarily intending to want us. They cater for so many people that they don't want us. I mean, they love it when we buy every set, but we're not really meant to. But I feel like because especially on YouTube as well, everything's like high price, and everyone's like, oh, I see. Like I'm such a sucker. I watched 2 people do a video on something that I just didn't want, and then I like have to have it. And I'm such a.
I'll give you credit, Tate. You didn't get the Tantive 5, so you held out.
No, I didn't.
You did hold on that
one. But yeah, and then like you said, if you've got space, you're gonna fill it. That's the problem. I see. Oh, there's a bit of space there. What could I get to go there? Not one of the things I've got in a box that's I'm ready to build. Like.
Answer that.
Yeah, and that's one of the things you see, like when people that have rekindled that interest and they get back into it. Like it could be they discovered people on YouTube, or and you see when they start chronicling their collection. It's amazing how quickly it's like boom, they had this room and it's full. I mean, there's so many like from the early days of me being on YouTube, like Brick Adjuster and AFOL Man, who just went like from 0 to 100. It seemed like overnight, just like, and so there's going to be more of those people coming. And they don't have to be people that are obviously collecting every theme. And I think that's what's great about it now is like you're not limited about what you can what there's out there. You can pick what you like. You don't have to worry about all the other stuff.
Yeah. It's a completionist nightmare.
Oh.
Just a bit, and like it's never ending. It's just never ending. My missus breathed a sigh of relief though today, obviously coming out the Lego shop for me, and like I only bought one. Well, just minifigures and a little Batmobile set. She breathed a sigh of relief that I didn't come out with Millennium Falcon and the bloody R2D2 unit. She was like, "Where are you gonna?" Because I had the R2D2 unit in my hand. I was like, "I'm not gonna buy it. I'm not gonna buy it. I'm not gonna buy it." And she's like, "Where are you gonna put it?" Fine, I'll put it back.
Well, that is a good point, because I was looking at the Instagram. I had to watch it afterwards. I didn't know that Tech and Greg had gone live, so watch it afterwards. And I was like, oh my god, where would I put that R2D2? It would have to stay in a box. We got a bigger house, and that's just the way it is. But it's the FOMO, it's the fear of missing out. I want to get it because I don't want to go, oh, I really want that, and then think, oh, I'll have to spend 500 euros on it when it retires. Hey, Victoria.
Yeah,
I've been doing that loads recently. Like I've just put a load of stuff in the loft back home, and it's like Destiny's Bounty, the Ninjago movie one. I managed to pick up that one recently. Last Black Friday, they did the discount on the Jurassic Park gate, and I'm like, I've got nowhere to put this, but I have to have it. Like I have to have it at some point. I just know I'm not going to be able to build it anytime soon.
And that's my problem in tech. That's why I've got an entire storage unit now dedicated to
exactly
unopen boxes. It's just insane.
That's what we've. I was talking to my wife actually about this a couple of days ago. It's like if it gets to the point where you're thinking of getting a storage room, that's when you gotta decide what you want to stop collecting.
My only problem is I live in a 2-bedroom flat, so I am limited, heavily limited on where I can put stuff. So it's either get a storage container or, well, one of us has to move out. Yeah.
Oh, so I've been there with, I've had my one room, and then I lived in a trailer with one room, and then I moved back home with my mom, and then I got my first house. So when I got my first house, that's when I was able to kind of start spreading things out. But after that, it's like every time we look for a house, I was like, it's got to have a basement.
Exactly. We don't have basements over here in this part of the world, so we're so unlucky. We've got attics, but they're shaped like that, so you just have like
I see there's a guy, I'm not sure where he lives in the UK, but his channel is called Sam's Trains, and he's got that attic, and you can see he's got it painted with the wood that supports it's painted yellow, and he's got his train running around on the floor.
And
he does really well.
It's in bricking it as well. He's in the attic, and he's got his city there, and he got a monorail recently, and it always looks awesome from where we see it, but he said, like, because the roof is like this, it's kind of hard to get stuff in behind and play with stuff and everything. It's better than nothing. It's better than nothing.
Yeah, definitely.
It's
damn right.
The key to organization is camera angles.
Yeah. Well, that's what Chris always says, especially when he's live streaming. Like, because of the angles he gets, it looks like his city is like ages back that way, but he stands up 2 steps and he's like reaching over the back of it. And it's just like, that's a really efficient use of space. And because he's like lowered the tables to like well below desk height, it looks a lot bigger, because you expect it to be like 3 feet off the ground when actually it's like 1.5 feet off the ground, and so the perspective's like all over the place, but it is really cool.
Yeah, and it shows that you don't have to have this just massive city in order to enjoy it. It's like with my train channel, I have a 4-foot by 8-foot table. I don't know what that is in kilometers.
I still use feet and inches, so I'm all right. I understand it. Darren's an engineer; he'll probably understand, and Tech is very intelligent, so he can work it out. But I still use feet and inches, and it works for me.
Yep, me too.
I just want to say hello to a few more people that have dropped in. 18s is life. I think I said hello to Snap to Good Bricks, DZ Studios or DZ, whichever country you're in. Victoria Fisher has popped in. We have Mrs. Craggle. Mr. Craggle's probably popping around somewhere. I think I said hello to Bricktsar already. Just Build It popped in as well. How are you doing, man? And it's great to see all you guys. I saw somebody else that I wanted to mention who I can't. Oh, the Brickbods. Hello and welcome on. Thanks everyone for being here on a Saturday night, and thanks to people who were here early when we were early because I made a mess of the times. And thanks for popping in. So yeah, we're still waiting on Joey. Joey is unloading the car, I think, so he'll be here soon. We had Greg from the Bridge Bricks in already. And Ty, the Lego guy, I told him a completely different time at all, so we probably won't see him tonight. He's coming on in 5 hours. So
Wow.
he's fine. I think he was kind of half busy. We're gonna have a look and see what Solo is unboxing, unbagging, and to get any double.
I'm doing all right so far. I'm doing all right. I haven't got a duplicate yet, so I'm doing all right.
That's
Those
good.
ones
That's all, folks.
He's really hard to find, Solo.
Sorry,
He's hard to find, the pig.
is it?
Yeah, the porky, yeah.
Happy days. Oh, I'm gonna rub it in then. Look what I got.
Yeah.
They probably had to pull it because of him not wearing pants.
That's something I would do.
Well, he's not packing a lot then, shall we say?
No. Mr. Craggles said, Craggle's busy at the moment, but I'm free, so I thought I'd pop by. Thank you so much. You rock. And she is one half. I don't know if it's official, but now that she's here, we'll make it official. She's half of the Cut the Craggle Lego YouTube channel, and she is awesome. Maybe proud on your own, but don't tell Craggle. No, she's a really good. She's a good YouTuber. I've seen her on the the Ladies Who Lego. I like to call it the Lady Lego live streams. I think that's what they've called it. But they're really good live streams. There should be more of those live streams, in my opinion.
I think that's one of the things I've seen a growth in. I mean, there's always been a few women or young girls even that have been into the Lego and done it on YouTube. But here lately, it's really nice to see more of the female hobbyists out there.
No, it is. It's there's definitely been a surge recently. In the last sort of like 8 to 10 months, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's really refreshing, and like they have different perspectives of things, and yeah, it's cool, especially in such a male-dominated hobby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, like one of the there's been a lot, and I'm friends with a lot of them, but I think Claire, and we all know Claire, you were on the Kelly Brick Click with them a little while ago, the Plastic Architect, Ninja with the Bricks, and Shy Time is My Time. She's I mean, where does she get the ideas from? There's such good ideas that she has for videos. I only found out recently from Sans that the vintage Lego live stream was her idea, and I thought it was a great idea. I did tell Sans that I'm going to borrow it and adapt it a little bit more. So that'll be interesting. Jabba, you'll have to come on and bring some of your.
Well, obviously, I mean, vintage is my thing.
Exactly.
We have the whole A Fool podcast over there on Brick Train's channel. Is a fan of old Lego.
Brilliant. And speaking of vintage Lego, you have an army, which it's not your conventional Lego army. I don't know if anyone has seen it, but Bricktsar has an army of vintage Lego tipper trucks. Why did you collect so many? And I saw that somebody in Holland, the Netherlands, still has some.
It's because it's unnecessary and nobody else wants to do it. So I'm going to do it. There will be no competition. And then, yes. So you find you can win any battle that nobody else wants to be in.
I like that.
I did it. It's just to be silly. And it really amazes me how many people have now gone out and bought that set 435 or 612. It's just a 17-piece Lego set that's easily forgotten. Just Too Good did a video, and I'll always rag him about it. It's only 17 pieces, and he built it wrong.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I suffer from that as well. So when I see something like that, I'm like, oh my god, that is so cool. Just Too Good got me into these.
Oh yeah, that's
Like,
another one.
I never would have bothered, but like in the box, it on a picture you look and you go, it's not that great. But when he built it up, when he had them there, I was like, whoa, that's so cool.
I just like seeing people in his generation that get excited about old stuff that, you know, most people today might not know about or think that's that interesting and can make it interesting. Or if you just take the time to look at it, it's a little more interesting than. But the tipper truck is not interesting.
It's not. But
it's a sad little set, but just this little quest I'm on to see if I can get 365 of them by the end of the year. It's harder. It's actually harder than I thought it was going to be, because some of the parts, these are the things you learn doing something like this. Is there's a 4x10 red plate.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, I'll just go get one from Bricks and Pieces. No, they haven't made it in 20 years. Yeah. How did they not made a 4x10 red plate in 20 years? I don't understand that.
That's bizarre.
It's Lego. I tend not to try and think about their logic on how to do things.
Yeah, Solo, you look like you had a costume change. You had that T-shirt on the whole time, I presume.
Yes.
Yes, I haven't changed it.
I just want to say hello to Martin Jensen, who says, I went and got one because of Jabo. So that's obviously the tipper truck. We have Brick Trains in the house. How are you doing? Good to see you here. And Tommy Dempsey, how are you, Tommy? We've got Angry Dragon 114 or 114, whichever way you want to say that as well. And Brickhamsden. I think I said hello to Brickhamsden already. With your basements, do you suffer any kind of condensation or anything that will damage or eat the boxes?
Yes, so Brickatech was thinking about getting into baseball cards, and I'm like, you know what? I got all these baseball cards and basketball cards and movie cards I've had down here we've been in this house for 16 years. I've not looked at them.
Yeah.
Well, I used to have a dehumidifier, and it died, and I'm like, it's not that hot down here. And so I opened these cards up, and they're spotted.
Wow, man.
And it has to be from the humidity.
Yeah.
Because it's, I live in Georgia. It gets the summertime. It's very humid. Mm-hmm. Probably not as humid as a place like Orlando, Florida, but it's humid. And I think that I ruined some of my those cards. And I don't know about my comic books. My comic books, they're all in plastic bags for the most part. So I think they're all right, because the baseball cards I had that were in plastic containers are all right. It's just the ones that were in cardboard that are ruined. And the boxes for my collection, well, why am I looking over there? They're not over there. They're in they're in the back part of the basement, which is closest to where most of the heat would come in, because there's like a garage door. And I haven't looked at those yet, so maybe I should look at them.
Oh, definitely.
I'm going to get it. I'm going to go soon and buy, before summertime gets here, and buy a dehumidifier.
Yeah. Bye, Liam. Lego Madness. Good to see you. And I don't know about you, the rest of you guys, but I'm going to be on Lego Madness live stream in a few weeks' time. He's going to have another one. We were on there, his first one ever, a few weeks ago, and he did a really good job. It was good fun, and all three of us here were on, so we will be on again.
Lego Madness, if you're still out there, I haven't got your message. I know he did message me earlier on to say, have you got my message? Message me again, mate, because I ain't got it. Sorry. My Instagram's not the best.
Do you know, I find sometimes if you've got Instagram open on your laptop and on the phone, the messages don't go sometimes. Like
because my Instagram's always open on my laptop, and obviously my phone's with me wherever I go. And I think that's you might be onto something there.
Because I sent a lot of invites out to people a few weeks ago, and no one got the invites, which was weird. So I had to resend them all over again. But so the other thing was when it comes to your YouTube channel, Bricktsar, how do you manage to get so much time? Because you work, but like, how do you manage to upload videos to everything? Or do you have a schedule, or do you just have your dinner and say, I'm going down to do Bricktsar, or I'm going down to do the train one? Or
that's why you don't see a lot of progress on like a city. you don't see a lot of building. Like I did start actually building a set today. I'm rebuilding my Yoda sculpture that I broke earlier in the year. But what you see in the videos is pretty much all I've done. Because if I've cleaned up something or if I've built something or I did a haul, that's the video. That's all I did that day. There's no like behind the scenes stuff to show. And so I don't have the time that I had a few years ago because I used to work night shift and I didn't have to work as many hours, didn't have to deal with Atlanta traffic. And so my days are a little longer now and I don't have as much free time. So I don't post as much videos as I used to. I mean, I just had the goal on Bricktsar to post a video every day. So I usually will film 2 videos in a day. And then that way, if I miss a day or 2, it doesn't matter. And then TrainZar, try to do about a video a week. But I would post a video every day on both of the TrainZar Fun and Bricktsar. I would post one video a day. My original channel, I would probably want to do 1 or 2 a week, but I just don't have the time. So,
I mean, sorry, go on, Darren.
No, I was just saying that's the worst part about YouTube is finding the time to do anything. Sometimes it's life's a bitch.
Yeah, and so many of us have the aspiration to do it, to do well at it, to enjoy doing it, and I did have to come to the realization that I have a very good job. I like my job. I don't need to stress myself out over YouTube.
Yeah.
And YouTube can be a little tricky to your mental health. I saw, do y'all know Dr. Jake? Do y'all know Dr. Jake?
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay. He's done some Lego related content. He does a lot of tech stuff as well, but he's very funny. And he did a video, I think it was today or yesterday, talking about just the struggle of growth on YouTube and then feeling bad if you don't have the same growth you had in the past. And what happens, and I've seen this on all of my channels, and I've seen it on people that have done much better than me, is that when you're first starting out and people are starting to discover you, or you have a video that kind of goes semi-viral, you get a lot of eyeballs and YouTube's like, oh, everybody likes him. But as people subscribe, if they don't come back and watch your videos, you start seeing the drop off.
The size literally dropped off.
So I hope he's still there. Hope he didn't lose his internet. But yeah,
right,
so
we'll ruin it for him. It's fine.
So say you got like 1,000 subscribers and you get 1,000 views. That's like awesome.
Yeah.
But you as you get more subscribers, if the views to subscribers will never keep up.
No,
there's only a handful of channels that I actually see that are ever kind of like that. There's one channel that I watched ages ago. Is a history channel called Oversimplified, and he started off he's just like history, just briefed down, animated, really really good. Started off, and then like overnight somehow he just like boff 1 million subscribers. It was up there, but his videos got that 1 million subscribers, and now he's on like something 6.9 million subscribers, and his videos are like 15.5 million views. So it's like, but then you go see other videos, and then like, pick on Jang Bricks here, but Jang, he's 1.5 million subscribers, but his videos will on averagely get 100 plus thousand views. So it's like,
which is incredibly awesome. I mean, you were talking about 100,000 views as if it's bad.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
I've got one video. I have one video in 5 years that on this channel that's gotten 100,000 views.
Yeah.
But yeah, you that ratio, views to subscribers, as you get more subscribers, YouTube will stop promoting your video proportionately, because you're not getting all these other eyeballs in, or your subscribers aren't watching. Oh, their subscribers aren't watching. So it's almost better if people unsubscribe. Because like with my train channel, it was the same thing. When I was around 10,000 subscribers, I was getting 10 to 20,000 views per video. And as the channel grew and the subscribers, the views didn't keep up with the subscribers, then they started promoting it less.
Yeah.
And it's just you can't look at how you're doing and then extrapolate.
Yeah.
That if I'm getting this many views, then in a year from now, if I get this many more subscribers, I'll be getting this many more views. It just doesn't work that way. And somebody like Jang is a great example of the struggle. Yeah. And then there's so many things, it's like he said in his video when he decided to take just make a whole new channel. Yeah. I have thought that so many times. It's like, instead of trying to fix the channel, just start a new one.
Especially like when you go for as long as like some people have, like you are going to have people that just fall out of the hobby or just don't like, especially with something like Lego. There is definitely an age where a lot of people will just completely, and it will happen very quickly. They'll just completely stop watching, but they're not going to go around and unsubscribe to it all. They're going to create a different channel to go watch all their content on because they've got tons and tons of Lego. But I did it. I fell out of the hobby when I was like 15, 16. I created other YouTube channels because all my recommended stuff was Lego stuff. I just left it. And that's why when I come back to it, I had like 600. I think I know one person, and that was BFAB, that was subscribed to me like back in the day before. That was them watching my videos. So I've got like just over 1,000 subscribers, but of like active ones and like more recent in the last year, I've only got like about 400. So yeah, it is. And like I said, the longer you do it, the more people like that are gonna, like you said, it would be more beneficial if after a certain time, if someone's not watched the channel, it would like kick it off. I know it doesn't look good for numbers, but
and then see, that's one of the things, like Jang said, that is like YouTube is unsubscribing some of his subscribers, and I'm like, that's not a bad thing for you, right? When unless it's people that actually want to watch. But if it's people that haven't been, because you think of all the T-falls that may be in their dark age, that they were watching every single video you made in 2012, and they're into girls now. They're not interested in Lego videos, so it'd be better that if they were unsubscribed.
Yeah. But the trouble is that they target sometimes people that you actually do watch, because I've had it a couple of times where it's unsubscribing to videos on people that I actively watch all the time, like Tex, Greg. Yeah, I've all been unsubscribed to like so many people, but I actively watch videos to them and I chat with bloody hell. Look, I'm sitting here, it's just like, why are you unsubscribing to me? And the next, I get the piss taken out of me because like, oh look, Solo's just subscribed to me. It's like, no, it's just YouTube's just decided to go, nah, you're not important. It's just I don't understand the YouTube's algorithm in regards to why that's happening, and I think that's the problem. What Jang's saying, it's just like people are watching his videos, but they're still unsubscribing them anyway. And maybe they might only watch one video, but it's beside the point. They've subscribed to him, and they might come back, but then they've unsubscribed and stop recommending him, and that's it. Bosh, he's off the radar. YouTube.
It's messed up because there's no way. You got Jang Bricks, and there's this other guy called Leo Kim Video that's an OG YouTuber from Australia that YouTube has just kind of thrown them to the wolves. I mean, they just totally neglected them, and these are creators that people actively like, that people talk about regularly, that are frustrated with YouTube and continue to try to do something, but YouTube don't care.
I think also, do you think YouTube's also attacking the Lego kind of community? Probably not only Lego, but probably the Hasbro side of things as well, because they're probably seeing it as a toy demographic, and like, maybe you should be over on the kids channel, not over here. But being that it's an adult side of things,
it could be
trying to.
It could be part of it, but there's so many other hobbies outside of Lego that this stuff applies to. Even the model train community was having the same concerns the Lego community was. The action figure community. There's a guy that lives over here in Atlanta that does retro toys, and it's like, he was one of those. They were putting disclaimers at the beginning of their videos. This is for our audiences, for people over 13.
Yeah, but it was when all this was all happening, was like, how far do you go? Because my 10-year-old niece he's into cooking. He's 10 years old. Does that mean that cooking channels now have to be because he's into it? There's going to be millions of other kids that's going to be into it. Where does the borderline end?
YouTube shifted the blame. YouTube, and I know from personal experience and directly talking to them that they were wanting me to make videos for children, and I told them I do not want to make all my videos for kids. I don't want to have that high-pitched, excited voice all the time. I don't want to be doing lava challenges. And it's like, this is what they wanted. And then when the FTC came after them and they just threw all the creators under the bus, so to speak. But really, they're the ones that control the advertising. They're the ones that could control who's logged in to make sure that they're over 13. But they put it all on us, and it's a little frustrating for people, but that's why I just kind of don't worry about it anymore. It's like I know that this, no matter what happens, like if just when you think that there's some stability, something else will happen.
I'm just going to say
I think that's
two people.
Yeah,
hang on a second, Thomas. I want to say hello to Robin Hull, who popped in. We've got Shy Time is my time, who popped in, and I thought there was one other person, Dennis from Sweden, who's popped in. So hello, everybody. Sorry, go on, Tech. What were you going to say?
No, I was just going to say that's like a really good outlook on it, especially like you said, Javi, you've got a job out there that you really like you're not relying on YouTube to be like a main source of income. You're doing it I think what some people can tend to forget or chase and get caught up in it is that you probably started the channel out because it was a hobby, and it was a hobby first, or it's a way of displaying your hobby first. So I think it's important for a lot of people to sometimes just check that and go just don't get wrapped up in it so much, and just kind of make things that you're enjoying making.
Yeah, because if you start making it about money, it can take your joy. And I fell into the trap. I'm not going to lie and say I didn't, but I had success relative. Let me do the air quotes. I had success. In 2016, I was making more on YouTube than I was at my job. And I was like, man, I was ready to quit. And then the Viners came over, and then you had Adpocalypse. You had all that Logan Paul and Jake Paul drama that it's like the stuff that they did affected us. It pulled advertisers away. And it's and I'm sitting here worried about stuff that I just need to go back. When I go back and watch my earliest videos, I wasn't worried about stuff like that. Yeah. It's I'm just doing this because I want to do it. And so that's what I had to get back to. Instead of trying to work up to make it a career, I just do it for fun.
That was how I started on YouTube. It's I'm doing this because I've got all this around here. This is only this is just a little bit of, when I get time, I'll do it. And as everyone knows, I don't do a lot. And but when I do, I do it. I mean, the quality's crap, and it's just me just talking rubbish for the next 10-15 minutes. But it's just it's just a bit of fun. I have no intention of monetizing. I never have, never will. But this is just something that I just enjoy doing, just a hobby. And I think you agree, if you're going out for the mindset of going in for that monetization, you're going to be sorely depressed by it. It's just, because I've spoken to, I've spoken to a load of YouTubers, and they think they're going to make the first $100 within the first 24 hours of hitting 1,000 subscribers. You'll be 20p, mate. I've spoken to so many YouTubers. It's no, it doesn't work like that. When you hit your 100,000, then and you're getting those hundreds of thousands of views on your videos, and fair game. But
and it was easier. It really was easier in 2013, 2014.
Yeah,
because it was a lot less intrusive to your viewers. But I've often wanted to do the spoof videos on because you hear the exact same paid promotion companies, your Audibles and your your NordVPN. Maybe it's just the people I listen to or watch. They got. I was like, it's like that stupid periodic chart. You know, it's like, who needs to buy it? They're just going to send it to you. And so there's a couple of people I like the way they integrate their paid part of their thing, but a lot of us that are inexperienced with it, if we're trying to do that, it comes across that your whole video is nothing but a ask for money. And I was like, I get that when I'm walking down the street in Atlanta. I don't need to come across that way on YouTube. So that's another thing and this is just me. It's like, I don't ask for things this year. It's like, I'm not going to ask anybody for anything because I see enough of it on YouTube because everybody's got their different ways of making money. And it's like, yes, people, you can go give a super chat to Cy for hosting this because this takes time out of his day. This is not what I'm saying is like you shouldn't have those opportunities to do things like that. But I've unfollowed people because they would post like 10 Amazon affiliate links as community posts. I'm like, I don't need to see all this. Just do one video talking about what you've seen on Amazon. Don't give me 10 community posts of Amazon affiliate links.
Yeah.
And we have been joined by Joey, Maniac for Bricks. So first of all, Joey, sorry. Yes, I did give you the wrong time. I gave Ty, the Lego guy, the wrong time. I gave myself the wrong time as well. We were all here half an hour early.
I was a little confused by that. I know that
he asked me to do a story asking everyone that's going to be here at 8 o'clock.
I mean, I remember when you first asked me if I was going to be available for it, and that was the right time. But then I saw the post to share across the social media, and I'm like, okay, it's bumped back half an hour. That's fine. I can get more work done and then come back to that. I might be eating chicken and fries. I apologize. I'll try to keep it to the minimum on the actual screen or in the in the presence of Lego.
You're fine. Don't worry about it. You can share.
As long as it's not a waffle.
No.
It's not a good bit. Thank you so much for your 10 Canadian dollars. He says, thanks, Jabbo. Guilt. Much appreciated. Thanks, Snap. That's awesome.
You deserve it.
Thank you so much. Also, hello to PJ Brick, who's popped in. I'm not sure if I said hello to Simon Moss. If I did, hello again. And Corey from A&A Hobbies. Hey, from Canada as well. How's it going? Yes, so Lorraine says Cy keeps dropping out. First of all, I was trying to move my StreamYard tab over, and I pressed on the X. And then the second time I went to find Jake, with Dr. Jake.
Yeah.
I thought, is it Dr. Jake's Reviews? Is that
very British reviews?
Very British reviews, yeah.
So I found him and accidentally kicked myself out again. So
again, Dr. Jake, not a Lego channel, but he cracks me up. And he did back in the day, he did some Lepin videos. And then he did responding to the hate comments that he got. Yeah. Oh, it's great.
He's he's very dry, very British sensitive. Very British sensitive, as his name would suggest.
Look, I'm gonna have to watch some of those.
I just saw that.
That's not a Blue Jay logo.
Let's clarify. That's a dolphin.
Hang on.
It does look like a Toronto Blue Jays from a distance.
Yeah, I'm still working on the lighting in the Lego room here. It's one of the one that's actually behind me right now, but this is actually a dolphin. Like in the Lego Divers from the 90s.
Oh, actually, what do you guys think of? We're allowed to talk about it because it's all the other everyone else talk about it. Did you guys see the new set for summer? Like, first of all, I'm glad you made it, Tech, because I want to talk about the Disney ones. We didn't talk about any of these on last night. I had loads of things to talk about on the size eye or whatever it's called. So. I know Victoria Fisher wasn't. I think it was Victoria was saying that Lego Volcano, or could have been Cranky Bricks, might have been saying that Lego Volcano isn't really Lego City, and I understand that. But the new Lego set, which is Lego, I don't know, Lego Safari or the City Safari, I guess
it's like an animal rescue sort of thing, kind of like what Friends did, but now in City.
Yeah,
The
it's so cool.
like the elephant and the baby elephant.
Yeah, and the crocodile and alligator and the little egg, the printed egg.
Monkey.
Lion.
The monkeys are so cool.
I did find it kind of funny that, you know, Lego in their toilet humor decided in the smallest set with the monkeys to add the little poop sign or the piece itself.
Yeah, the squirrel.
I was gonna say, well, that is a thing monkeys do, but
yeah. But yeah, I mean, those Disney ones are fantastic.
Oh man, more Disney figures. I am here for. I'm glad they've. I'm glad because I quite like the Disney train and I've got it. I'm sure there's a lot of people that are kind of annoyed that the normal, regular printed torso for Goofy isn't going to be available in the new set. So you will still have to get the train if you want that Goofy. But I'm glad that they've made it slightly different and all the variations of Mickey and Minnie are going to be cool. But we get Pluto. We get a mold.
Finally.
I am so happy about that.
Yeah,
I
started to my missus. She's so happy. She's like, you must buy this. I'm like, yeah.
I was also happy that Goofy made a return, but I looked a little bit closer. I think he's wearing a chef apron.
Yeah,
because he has like a barbecue that's on fire. So I'm like, all right, well, we'll go with it.
Yeah, but
I already had Pluto.
Y'all
didn't have
Yeah,
I mean, I bought the Lego
train,
but I bought it for a gift, like for a friend. I don't personally own it.
Mm-hmm.
There's also a Duplo one.
Yes, there is. Yeah, you're right. But yeah, that's going to be really cool. They've even done more. Like Minnie has got a variant. Like she's got so many different variants now as well. She's got another. There's one at the set with Daisy now, but she's had like 2 Steamboat Willie or Steamboat Mini versions, I guess, with the Ideas set and the CMF. She's had the original CMF, the castle, the train, all different. So yeah, I'm loving it. I'm here for Disney. The original like Disney cartoon minifigures. I'm well happy to see.
So I wasn't a crazy like Mickey Mouse fan or anything, but the Steamboat Willie. When I realized what Steamboat Willie really, wait, that sounded funny, Jen. Steamboat Willie really was. It's basically a reference to a Buster Keaton movie, Steamboat Bill Jr. I'm like, oh, I appreciate this. You have a 1920s cartoon referencing a 1920s silent movie that's one of my favorite actors of all time, Buster Keaton. So
everything comes full circle.
Yeah.
There was Buster Keating, and then was he at the same time as Laurel and Hardy, or was he?
Yeah, they were all contemporaries. This is all from the 19 teens to the 20s till the silent film era pretty much ended in the late 20s.
Another guy I really liked was Harold Lloyd. He was so funny.
Yeah.
If anyone ever heard of him, you probably wouldn't. Your granddad probably would have watched him on a Sunday, like my granddad did.
So we're talking about stuff that's 100 years ago. So it's like we just lost half your audience. I'm sorry.
It's okay, wow. But they glazed over
when you put it that way.
They made movies where there was no sound. What?
What color?
You mean
no color? What's going on?
You're telling me that everybody didn't walk around black and white?
So they did. Matches used to be funny.
Yeah, Buster Keaton did I think it was a Twilight Zone episode where it's him in the olden days, so everything was black and white, and then he came to the modern times with this time machine. And
I actually saw that not too long ago.
And then it's in color. So I thought that was pretty neat.
Yeah. I mean, I said this to Lorraine the other day that like we talk about the 20s, and in our heads, the 20s is the 1920s, but the 20s is now. Like, weird.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'd love to rewatch some of those old black and white movies, like or even the series. Like my favorite Sherlock Holmes was Basil Rathbone, and he was in all of the old black and white movies as well. I know everybody out in the chat is either glazing over or they're going, "Oh yeah, you're right, I understand." Yeah.
Well, so man, this is all getting. We're like playing the Kevin Bacon game with stuff now, because now that made me think of The Simpsons, because The Simpsons had, you said Sherlock was also played by Benedict Cumberbatch, and Benedict Cumberbatch did the voice for Morrissey on The Simpsons.
Oh, I never knew that.
I didn't know that. My son showed me that the other day. He was talking about the Smiths and Morrissey, and then that
Benedict Cumberbatch. He's an amazing voice actor.
Yeah,
he really is. He does so many voice acting that
he was even
when he does it.
He was even singing in that. I was like, I have so much appreciation for him now as an actor.
Yeah. He's a top actor. I mean, because he does so much as well for like just for Marvel as well. Just because he played, was it Morrison or whatever the hell the big CGI character was, and he even played that as well, rolling around in the green suit, like you're mad, mate, and then done the voices for it as well. It's just like, Christ, man, trying to do two things at the same time. The man wants his money. And he's raking it.
Let's say goodbye to Cut the Craggle, who was very good and joined us today. He's going to get back to work, but hope you all have a great stream. Will, thanks for dropping in, and thanks to your wife for dropping in with us as well. So talk to you soon, dude.
I didn't say hi, so hi and bye.
Take care.
Bye. Yeah, no, Craggle's cool. Listen, yeah, Lorraine is just telling everybody that she made chicken wings. Lorraine is the wife, Bricktsar. She made chicken wings, and she made me some. What she make me? I had chips, and I had what was the other thing? Oh, chicken dipper, not chicken dippers, chicken kind of goujon things. So I stuffed that down my neck, thinking we're going to be on at 8 o'clock, and I needn't have bothered.
Oh, dude.
Everyone say goodbye to Craig. Well, are you going to get all of the sets when they come out straight away, Tech, the Disney ones? And there's actually 3 more that you haven't seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure because I think they're going to be very pricey.
Oh yeah.
They're 4+ sets, and I think that Fire Station one with Goofy and Pluto is like going to be like 50 quid.
Oh.
So it's going to be expensive. So I might hold out. I may just get like the Pluto one and get that straight away. But
no, you won't. You'll be. I know you. You'll be looking on those. Like, I'm going to get 10 of each. Going to get them all.
No. I would definitely get them all at some point. It depends what I see the value in them, and if like Lego have a promo or like double VIP points at the time, then I could be tempted. But I'm so stingy at the moment. Like I was in the Lego store earlier and I was like, I could get that and get the double VIP points, but I know it's going to go like 20-30% off in a couple of months on Amazon. So I'm like, do I need it straight away? Which I guess isn't a horrible stance to take, but you definitely get caught up in the moment sometimes being in the Lego store and all the bright colors.
I love being able to go in the Lego store and walk away empty-handed. It's a good trip.
I don't think I've ever been in a Lego store and walked away empty-handed. I will let you know when that day happens.
Okay.
It's a very long time.
I've never been in a Lego store, but when I was watching Tech in the video, he was acting the way I would be acting, like a bit jittery and kind of like, don't touch it and go over it. Oh my God. I was overwhelmed watching the amount of cool stuff there is unbelievable.
Oh mate. I mean, because what made me laugh was because when they first went live in Leicester Square, I'm standing in a queue. Like Greg's there going, oh yeah, it's really empty, it's really quiet. I'm standing in the queue for 15 bloody minutes. I'm going, no, I'm standing here, mate, still waiting. I'm chatting to Kirsty over here, the lovely lady that's trying to keep the queue under control and like all the ravenous people trying to get in there. And I'm like, you bastards. I'm just like,
the guy Greg was talking to, was he the manager of Leicester Square? He's not the guy that was on the TV show, is he?
I'm not sure. I kind of let Greg go off and wander for a bit. Yeah, at this great big iPad.
I thought Greg was on his phone and he went over to this kind of reflective panel in a door, and he was holding this bloody thing Moses must have brought down from the mountain. I was like, oh my God, he's going around with that. No wonder Tech ran away.
all the staff members were just going, God, I haven't seen an iPad that big before. It looked like a flat screen TV. It was huge.
Did the guy actually come over and say, are you reading that from a script or something?
Yeah, the guy was like, I thought you were reading the script.
That's funny.
It was funny. Yeah, I thought he was just going to get stream off his phone. but there we go.
Like most people would. This is Greg.
Yeah, this is great. It's got to be
go
Greg.
home. Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't need a harness for God's sake.
Somebody needs to just get a flat screen TV and pretend like they're vlogging with their 50-inch flat screen TV.
It's like Tom Jolly with the phone. Hello.
We have this thing. I don't know if it's like that where y'all live, but there's this thing where people will go into the bathroom and they'll be on speakerphone, and they'll go sit down in the toilet on speakerphone, and you hear the other toilet flood. I'm like, do people do that in Europe too?
I presume so. I usually go into the I don't know what the proper name for this, the handicapped toilet, and I go in there because it's clean and I don't have weird interruptions like that. So I've never experienced that.
Okay.
So whilst I was in Westfields, because we were standing in the queue for so long, and obviously Greg was still streaming, I was like, right, love, I've got to go. I spoke to the girl first the other day. I've got to go. I've got to rush. So I ran over to the toilet, and the toilets in Westfields, in Shepherd's Bush, are amazing. They're amazingly clean and quiet. I'm just sitting there, and it's so quiet, and it's like all ceramic all around. It's echoing through. So I've got it like right down. I could swear to God, people could still hear it out. I was like, mute.
You just got Greg's decibels just ringing around the Westfield toilets.
And the best part about it is obviously I'm on 5G as well inside the shopping centre, so it's like, does this not go down low? And I'm looking at my battery. I was like, God, I've got to come off this. This is killing me as well. Like, right,
yeah.
Sorry, Greg, gotta go.
Mrs. Craggle was like doing some videoing, and I mean that does happen a lot. You're or if you're taking a photograph of somebody, people just walk past. You're like, okay, kid, smile, and then you get someone's backside in the photo.
So
it's like you need a hat or a T-shirt that says "recording in progress" or "YouTube in progress."
Maybe if
people could just like swerve around it.
There was actually a kid that started crying in Lego store because I was taking the picture of that mock that's in the Lego store from what's the name?
Cranky Bricks.
Yeah, Cranky Bricks. I was taking a picture of it, and this little kid came over. He's like, "Mummy, can I have that set? Can I have that set?" And she was going, "Well, where is it?" And she spoke to one of the guys behind the counter, and she's like, "Oh no, that's from an A-fold. Yeah, we're just putting it there." And the kid was in floods of tears. I want it. I'm like, I'm a horrible person. I don't hate that. Yeah. I then he came over and he wanted one of these minifigures here, and they're sorting it all out, and it's like, no, you're not having one of those blind bags. No, I'm not wasting £4 on you doing that. You're going to get something like a proper set or nothing. I'm like, I'll just have them all. Thank you. Horrible.
I mean, when Nullik asks me to buy the blind bags whenever we're out, and I have no problem getting them from, because he'll bring them home and he'll put them together and you look at them, but he puts them in his own little collection. So like he's obviously seen all this, and he's obviously seen all of these and decided, I'm going to do what Daddy does, and he puts them all together, and he doesn't lose them or anything, or he doesn't eat them or anything like that. But hey, all bricks count, and Shazam. That's what all bricks count says when he joins the stream. But I see all the thing. Sorry, go on.
I was just going to say, Brick is out. So see you later, Snap.
I'll see you later, Snap. Thank you for your donation as well. You're awesome.
Take care, Snap.
Mm-hmm.
These Looney Tunes minifigures, they're amazing. They're really cool.
Last year, before the pandemic, I was up not too far from Joey in New York City.
And he didn't tell me.
Sorry, it was.
It's okay. It's okay.
It was a very tight schedule. In fact,
problem.
What's the other kid up there that lives up in like Brooklyn or Queens? Why is his name slipping my mind?
Baron von Brunk?
No, the I can't think of his name. We've met him at Philly. Him and his family live. He's met me up there.
Robbie Blocks.
Yeah, Robbie Blocks. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So he tried to get with me. I was like, I can't on this trip. crunch for time.
All good.
But we went to both of the Lego stores up there. This is before they got looted, and I see people filming like they're vlogging, and it's like I would go but get behind them, and I'm like, I don't know who they are, so I'm never going to be able to find their video. So I would look up vlogs of the Lego store. I was trying to find somebody, but I couldn't find the video. But I try to look for things like that when I see people that are clearly doing something that's for either Instagram or YouTube or Facebook. I want to photobomb it.
Yeah,
I think I had that at one of the Lego conventions a couple of years back, where I was filming a portion of a vlog with Philly Brickfest, and then some lady just walks up right behind me, nearly to my shoulder. I still have like the photo or something from it. I'm like, okay, what was this going on here? I wasn't. I don't know who this person was. They didn't introduce themselves. They just walked away.
I think there's a whole website that's dedicated to people uploading their photos from Disney World and Disneyland with loads of people in the background, and it's just be like, find yourself.
Oh, okay.
It's like, wow. Imagine if you haven't like managed to pick someone out from that.
You're out there somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like ride photos as well. You're like sat on someone's mantelpiece and you're like, bricks it's on the roller coaster. He's like,
So I don't mean to go to another disgusting topic, but you mentioned Disney World or Disney. Which one's in Florida?
Disney World's in Florida.
Okay, so I was there and it was packed, and this kid threw up, and I'm sitting there looking at the throw up, and I'm like, all these people not noticing.
Oh yeah, I know.
I'm like just walking all through it, and I'm like, people are just so oblivious of their surroundings sometimes.
I mean, as long as they're not walking in it.
Yeah,
I'm always telling my kids, be aware of your surroundings. Because my oldest one, she'll walk backwards into things and forwards into things, and like you said, just be aware of your surroundings. And she's like, I will. Boof, and you're like, oh,
she's like, I will, when she's walking backwards and then turns into a lamppost.
Walking around your hands. But no, it's crazy. You have to, because my granddad taught me that actually. Because when we were growing up, there was like, not now, you have to pick up your dog poo, and if you don't, you get a fine. But when I was a kid, you were always, I don't know, it must have been where we were living. You were just like, we weren't even living on a farm, but you were always walking in dog poo. And
mate, where my nan used to live, they actually put security cameras up round the park to watch people if they actually pick up their dog mat. It was just like, it got that bad? It really generally got that bad, because there was a football pitch in there as well. So you can imagine some of the football players sliding as well. It was pretty disgusting down there, to say the least. But it was a pretty posh part of the UK as well.
HC says, hey, don't expose me like that. I'm telling a story. Sorry. Joe, you have met Jabbo in real life, right?
Yeah, we've basically met at some of the Lego conventions before.
And he's come all the way down to Alabama.
That's right.
Yeah.
And how did that work out? Were you friends beforehand, or did you just reach out? Or
so we had known each other basically through YouTube for, I want to say, a couple of years before meeting in person. And like, you get to see each other's videos and commenting, or sometimes on the live streams and things like that.
Yeah, Joey's one of those that's in my wheelhouse, because he likes the weird and unusual Lego stuff. And so we've probably, before we knew each other, we could have been bidding against each other on eBay or something. We like the weird
It's very
stuff.
likely.
Hey.
Dolly!
Hi.
Hey.
How's it going?
Hello.
And his name's Jabbo, and he also calls himself Bricktsar.
Bricktsar.
Yeah, not Brick Star Wars.
Not
Bricktsar.
I see the name.
I'm only joking. Look, say hi.
Hi.
Hey.
And there's Darren. We know Darren.
Yeah.
And there's Joey. Remember Joey?
Yeah.
Joey's been here a few times.
Oh, yeah.
And there's
Hello.
who's this guy?
Jackie.
Little Techie. Techie was shopping today with Greg, and they went all over London. Remember we watched that video, didn't we?
You have a TIE fighter on your shirt. What is that?
That
Oh, it's a Lego TIE. That's Lego. All right. Good job. Your dad's doing well.
So heavy.
Happy.
You are heavy. Oh, look, people are saying hi. Mrs. Craggle says, Nullig.
My mom.
Your mom's down there. She said hi, Nullig. Brickham's Den said hi, Nullig. I don't know if I said hi to Brickham's Den already. If I didn't, hi. If I did, hello again. And yes, so you're so heavy. What are you going to do now? Did you brush your teeth?
You guys?
You're going to watch us, guys, so that's good. You're the best. Okay, say bye, everybody.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye.
You missed Greg. Greg was here earlier.
Bye.
Joey, did you win 2 sand crawlers or 1?
So I won them at 2 separate times.
Okay, that's
At
cool.
Philly Brickfest, I won 1 sandcrawler. It had a bit of damage on the box itself, but everything was still intact. It was like the tape or something, or like the side itself was a bit beat up. I don't know how. Then there was, I want to say about either later that year or within the next year, I won another one from a lug raffle. And neither one of them did I, well, neither one of them did I get to keep at that time. But because one I kept for a while, wasn't sure what to do with it because I usually don't collect UCS Star Wars items. That was like the first one I ever had. But I still thought this looks kind of cool and I could probably integrate it into something, but I need to make the right space for it and have the right time to build it. But eventually I wound up just selling that one off. And then I, lo and behold, find out a friend of mine was looking for that at the same time, did not know that I had it, even though I had mentioned it a few times. So I was like, I feel bad. But if I do turn it up again, or, I'll let him know and hopefully, work something out. So it was by chance. I did get the second one. It didn't have the box with it, but it still had all the bags. It was just in like 2 large cardboard boxes. And I let that person know right away. We made a trade. So that's how I got the Simpsons house and a bunch of the Quickie Mart figures. After he built it, he told me, hey, about that sandcrawler, there was actually extra bags to it and almost enough for another sandcrawler. Technically, I had won 3 of them in the span of like 2 years.
Wow.
So that one, I still have to find all the right parts to build it all together. I have it in a box in storage right now, and sometime I would love to put that together.
Cool. That's a neat story.
Yeah. I probably wouldn't have gotten much interested into it otherwise because I had seen it a long time before that, but I felt like, you know what? I've nicknamed the set the boomerang set because every time it goes out, it comes back in.
You can't get rid of it.
Like third time, I'm gonna keep this one.
Yeah. I wonder what if any of y'all have done this, but you have something, you either trade it or sell it, then you're like, oh, I want that back, and you get it back, and then you trade it or sell it again. And then I need to get it. I did that with some of the castle sets.
I don't think I've ever really we had when we had all the original Harry Potter sets from 2001, 2002 and stuff. And we sold that all at car boot sales and just in general lots and stuff. So it'd be cool to have some of those, but I don't think I've rebought anything that I had back in the day. I'm quite fortunate that I didn't really sell any of my stuff when I went into my dark age. I just boxed a lot of mine up and it kind of just sat there. So it's just very dusty now. But that would be really frustrating. And I would have a real hard time being this stingy guy that I am, going and rebuying a load of stuff like that.
Yeah, I had to stop keeping detailed records because it's kind of depressing when you go back and look at what you sold stuff for, which at the time you're like, oh, this is twice what I paid for it. But when you look back on it, it's worth 50 times more now.
Yeah.
Look, I've never sold anything, but I have had sets in my hands before, and I've put them back onto the shelf and gone, I'll get that at a different time. And then the next thing, they just vanish. The weird thing is, the last Marvel sets, the kind of end game ones that they all had the Infinity War ones, they all had the white suits on.
Right.
They were sitting on shelves for such a long time, and I said, they're shelf warmers. I can't find them now, and I'm desperate to get them. And the compound is €150, and it was only originally 80. I'm livid.
I think probably my worst one was the Super Star Destroyer when it came out. And I
The
think
first-
it was only like, the first one, the actual Super Star Destroyer. I think it was only like something like 250. I was like, oh wait. Then obviously it retires. It took me that long. It was like, oh crap! And now obviously you look how much it goes for now. Like, okay, I really lost my chance there. Yeah. I even went to a Lego store and I had it in my hand. I was like, no.
Yeah, the original Millennium Falcon UCS set, they had it at my store. In the first wave of that, it was a numbered, I think, wasn't it? Well, there were 10,000 of them. And they had back then with damaged box sets, they would actually discount them, not just the like now they'll only do the regular sets. They won't do the UCS sets at a discount. But it was 350. And I was like, still would have been probably, at that time that would have been still the most I would have ever paid for a Lego set. So I just couldn't pull the trigger on it.
I had that last year with some of the like Comic-Con exclusives that they just released in stores. There was the Wonder Woman set, and then there was like a Super Mario set. The Super Mario one I found at a Target, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool." And I'd already like heard a little bit about it before then, but then I realized, oh, the Wonder Woman set has been warming the shelves at Walmart for a while and is still restocked online. So I won't pick it up this time at whatever $20. I'll come back for it sometime later. Never saw it again. I'm lucky to find it under 100 on eBay now, and I'm just gonna let that one right off. Like, okay, I have the character in another set. I could probably piece the rest of this thing together. I'm not gonna worry about it.
I think with that, I think it is the Wonder Woman set. I just love the box art of that. In fact, I love both the Wonder Woman, the gold box art as well. I just love both of those. I think they're great. I don't think I'd open. In fact, the gold, is it 1984 Wonder Woman?
Well, that's the one with the cheetah in it. Or whatever.
I bought. They were half price in Sainsbury's the other day, so I picked up one of those. But I love the box of that, and I don't keep boxes. But that one I might make an exception for.
I did actually, that one. So that's
really nice.
So that was designed by Carter Baldwin, who we actually knew before he went and worked for Lego. So that one's special for me because it's not only is it designed by somebody we got to meet before they became a Lego designer, but they use his design is based on a comic book cover.
I think the few they did the past couple of years, there were DC Comic-Con exclusives were cool like that. They have a little bit of that illustrative look on the cover.
I love that box art. It's so cool.
The box art is ages and ages.
I think definitely the box art's almost as good as the set.
Really good. I like it.
Like I said, half price. I was like, yes, I'm getting. I like I said, I picked up two because I'll probably open one and build one, but I think I just want to keep one in the box.
Yeah, I think I looked at the same one tech when I was in Sainsbury's, but I didn't pull the trigger. I was like, I can't do it.
There were many times when I walked into the store, and much like the hidden side sets, they would flip the boxes around so people could actually understand what's actually included with the set itself.
And that's the thing. Like, no one could understand what the box arts were on the hidden sides one, but everyone loves the Wonder Woman set. It's like it doesn't tell you what the bloody hell it is until you flip the box around.
And it stands out because it's a one-off. It's like it's the only one. Whereas those hidden side sets, you have so many AFOLs that will go into a store and are like, I don't know which one I'm looking at, and let alone the people that are new or inexperienced.
Where are they? I had one, but they don't even have in Ireland. Well, Ireland, the UK. I don't know if it's Europe wide. There's a blank part. It doesn't even have the name of it.
For the US, that would normally have all the set information, like the name, the set number, the piece count.
It's bloody frustrating. It's really frustrating.
So
in America, all the info's there.
What I don't understand is, okay, all that is, it's got to be because of legal reasons with all the stupid laws in the United States. But why don't they just make it standard throughout the whole world? Because is there a law in UK where you can't put the piece count on it?
Well, no, Jabbo, there's not even the set name isn't even on that. Like
that's crazy.
That doesn't make any sense.
the piece count for me, I don't really. It doesn't bother me to know how many pieces are in it. Now I know Brickhive would love to know how many pieces are in the set, and a lot of American people want to know how many. But I don't know about you guys in the UK. Do you care about it?
I don't care. It's
I find
go
it's the inconsistency that annoys me. That's what annoys me the most.
That's it.
Because I think this one here, I can't remember. No, yeah. So you get like 1 3-in-1 set like that one there, for example, and it doesn't have it. But then I get another one, like I think it's the Treehouse one, and it will have all the information on there. I don't get it. But then you get like a Kobe set, and it's uniform right across the board. You get the set number, you get the parts count. But that is it does frustrate me sometimes, but other times I'm not that bothered by it. But the hidden size one would be nice to have a bleeding name on it, at least the name. I've got like 2 sets that I'm like, have I got it? Have I got it? No, I've got four of those monster truck things. I've gone to the shop. I'm not sure whether I've got it. The monster truck says not even that bloody good, but I've got 4 of them. Who wants one? Honestly.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And then there was a handful of them, I don't know how, in some kind of shipment that were brought from the UK over to the United States that didn't have all that box information, and they slapped a sticker on them. So in America, we can tell them apart in the stores because they'll have a big white background to everything for the age, the piece count, and everything.
It's a legal requirement in America, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
The
But I don't quite understand why it happened that way, or if it was like a stocking issue where it's like, oh, we already have a bunch over here.
That's during the coronavirus
in America.
That was kind of like the peak of the coronavirus point, wasn't it? When Lego couldn't work out what a boat or a bloody plane was.
The Mexico factory got shut down.
Oh, okay.
And so in order to have some stock, they had to bring it from overseas.
Okay, that makes sense.
But it's a silly law. It's like and I'm sure there's going to be more laws that will be passed in the future. They're going to make it aggravating for consumers when they're meant to be to protect consumers. But how are we protected? What does it matter? Yeah. And then if you go look at Bricklink, the piece count's different.
Yes, that frustrates me.
And if you actually count the pieces, it's different.
Yeah.
I surely would think as a company, surely it must cost them less just to make one unified box with all the information on there than just having 2 loads of boxes with 2 loads of information on there. Surely.
So I'm just like speculating. It's something that I've thought about a while as to why they do it separately. And obviously one reason is like the factories are different, so they don't have to be the same. But do you think that from Lego's perspective, when people talk about like price per piece, which I think is like a kind of ridiculous thing, like do you think that they don't include it on the boxes where they don't have to kind of avoid that direct like that comparison?
Yeah, I think that's the key. I didn't even think of that, but that's probably why they don't make it uniform, because it's less of a thing that they would have to deal with calls to customer service to complain. And it is a silly thing to complain about. And
if I remember rightly, I think Technic sets in the UK, I think they all have the parts on there, the parts count on there. I've got to look. I've got to find another Technic box, but I think they do. Because I know these ones here, they that has all the information as what you guys were having in the UK, the helmets ones. But then but then obviously you get this one here, which is the Batman one.
Oh, you got the Batmobile.
Yeah.
I still gotta get that.
They still got it on back order here.
Yeah, but obviously then you get you don't get no parts count on it. So I don't get it when that probably should. Oh, I don't know. Lego's a mad world, and I've given up worrying about it anymore.
I love that set though. It's perfect. Like it's like the price is perfect. The minifigure. I know we're missing Robin, but like,
it's great value. Like really good value.
Did you pick one up today, Tech?
I didn't. No, I had it in my hand, and I was just like, I'm not like the biggest Batman fan. I will get it at some point for sure. I was actually really surprised standing in the shop, and my missus, I got it in my hand, and my missus go, "You're not going to buy the Batwing?" I was like,
It's so much more nicer. She's actually encouraging me to buy the Batwing. I'm like, this is 30 quid. That's 170. You know, I was like, no, I'm going to keep this. It's like, oh, no, it's such a nice set. But what surprised me is like how much they actually had in stock of them and how many bloody people actually had them. You know, I was like, wow.
Well, when me and Greg got to Westfields by the end of the day, they still have plenty on the shelves, so they were clearly well stocked. I think what people, I was thinking about this earlier, and I've seen some people like complaining about how quickly things are going on back order and stuff online. I think people are really underestimating how many people or how many other consumers are on these websites, like buying, whether it's scalpers or not. Like Lego do as best they can with their online thing to put limits on stuff, but I don't think people quite realize the demand that there is for Lego at the moment.
I think the other thing they got to realize is that the Lego online is completely different to the Lego shops.
Yeah,
like vastly different. Like it is on back order. That is on back order. But you go to a shop and it's like you said yourself. There's hundreds of bloody things back there. I even asked the woman because I was really concerned that I wasn't going to get it because that was pretty much the only reason why I actually spent God knows how much money to park in that Sodden Park car park to actually get that set. I mean, it didn't cost me 30 quid. Actually, probably cost me like damn near 80 quid by the time I work out everything else. But I was really concerned. I was like, oh, have you got it? She said, oh, yeah, we got tons. We got tons. If you don't have it on the shelf, just ask one of us and we'll get it from the shop. I was like, oh, well, that was a lot of worry for no reason. But a lot of people kind of don't look at that. It's like, if anyone wanted it, just give me a ring and I'll go into Lego shop and get it. I'm not.
Yeah, it's better, I think, to have it in a physical store than online. So they do I think they do prioritize making sure the stores have it, because I've been trying to get the flowers, and I just happened to get there the day that my store got it. I happened to be in the area. I usually would call them before I go if I was looking for a specific set. I think
one thing I'm definitely noticing is the UK or Europe stores in general are better stocked than what they are in the States. Judging by what I'm seeing on, like, speaking to other Americans, you know, it's like it seems like seems like America's still getting a slight stock issue on.
They're behind. I think they're behind. Yeah.
I think the American stores serve a bigger crowd though, because you think like within me, I've got 4, 5 Lego stores that I could be in like in about an hour, which is like kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I've definitely got 4 Lego stores at our circle around me. Like, for sure.
That's what I mean. So, in that sense, we're quite fortunate.
I don't even have one on the island. On the whole island, none. I mean, Northern Ireland is a separate country, and there's not even one there. Like, there's nothing on the island at all. Like,
more excuse to come over to London. Brian, we'll do it. We're going to go to all of them. We're going to go.
I mean, I think me and Tech, we are in a particular interesting position, especially Tech, because he's a bit further up than where I am. And so he's got an extra store that he could go to in Birmingham. So you've got that one, which is probably an hour and a half from where you are.
Yeah.
But I'm slap bang in the middle between Bristol and London. I'm right in the middle. So I've got this huge selection of stores, and same as Tech, he's got this huge selection. But then it's crazy to think that Ireland's, it's got its own bloody city that doesn't have one at all. And has even Northern Ireland got one as well? I don't think it does.
No, it hasn't. The closest one is in I think it's either Wales or Hammersmith or somewhere.
Yeah, I suppose it would be Cardiff for you, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it expensive to travel between the different regions, like between Ireland and Wales and down to London?
To get from Dublin to the UK would be, it's about, before all this was about €60 with the kind of budget airlines.
Oh wow.
But I don't like them, so we go like, because they're crap, they're really rubbish. Like, come on. So I go Aer Lingus, and that way you can get. I like airline food, by the way. Yeah, I'm a freak.
Wow.
I know. I pay for it. Like,
wow.
So what you're saying? You can't just drive.
No. Well, no. There's the Irish Sea in the way.
Okay. I don't know.
That's
I'm
about
not
to
good at
change,
geography.
No, so you can get the ferry over and just drive. You can bring your car easily, yeah, but the sea's in the way. But I'd prefer to fly and just grab a taxi. And I mean, London's brilliant. You can just walk around and everything is there. You know, it's.
I think that's about to change though, Si, because I think they're planning on putting a bridge from Northern Ireland to England. I know, obviously, you're in the Republic, but I think that's about to change. So obviously, it's gonna, if you really wanted to hop across into Northern Ireland and then over the bridge. So
why would he put himself out of getting airline food? That's
that is true. That is true. I just can't believe you get airline food for what, a flight that's only gonna be like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
A nice airline breakfast. Yummy.
Dehydrated eggs, anyone?
I've never had to sit in the toilet afterwards.
If the flight's not long enough.
It's like even when I fly up to New York, it's like the flight's really not that long. They do serve peanuts or something.
See, I'm the unlucky one. I've always had to catch the ferry across, so I'm normally the one hanging over the side. Oh my god, because it's a really rough crossing. It's not a nice crossing, especially if you do it in the winter like I did. Oh, it's horrible. Nasty.
But I think with Aer Lingus you can get a flight for about 120 or so. But I mean, if you go with like Ryanair, they tell you that they'll bring you from Dublin to Paris, but it's closer to Belgium. They leave you off. Like you have to get a bus, and it's like on the bus, and you're like, where's Paris? Where's France? And you're no, and it's just as bad. They tell you they're going to bring you to like Rome, and again, you're closer to bloody Spain or somewhere. At least Aer Lingus flies you into Charles de Gaulle, or they flies you into Stansted or wherever, and you're there. You don't have to worry.
Yeah, no, it's I still can't believe that you don't have one over, because you get all yours from Smiths, don't you? You still get all the promos though from Smiths, don't you?
Yeah, pretty much. So anything that's exclusive usually pops into Smiths, except for the banner.
You still getting the May the 4th exclusive stuff. Well, I'll say exclusives, but the May the 4th, like the little crappy vignette that they're doing from Star Wars, and like
no, that's only with the Legos. With Lego, yeah.
You're not missing much. I mean, I looked at it in the store. I'm still like, I mean, bless the poor little woman's heart. She's trying to big it up to me. It's, oh yeah, it's really good. It's well worth getting. I was like, I looked at it. It's like I've been stung by you guys 3 times, and like, no, it doesn't look good. No,
so. Speaking of promotions, does anybody know why when they moved the coin promotion to, and where Lego sent this press release that they weren't going to release it?
I have no idea.
First I've heard of it.
I thought I got an email about it, or else I saw someone's press release.
I saw it from Brick Fanatics, I think, posted something about it.
Yeah,
so the final coin they're not releasing.
But it's like they didn't advertise it. So I sent an email to Lego last night because I was ticked off because they're going to, what are they going to do? Like make it at a time when none of us can get, or none of us are looking for it? Because
why would you send a coin case out of 5 spaces? That makes me want to throw it at someone. That's infuriating.
I think the final what did they say? Did they say the final coin is going to have a different launch date?
Yes, they changed. It's supposed to be the first. It was supposed to be today, and it wasn't there. And then I see on Brick Fanatics where they said, "Oh, they decided not to do it." Okay, but when and why do you not tell the VIPs? Why do you not tell people that are your customers that? Why do you tell these people that are in your land, but you don't tell the customers?
And I'm confused on the article. I'm reading it now. That somebody got it mistakenly in February. How did that happen?
Wow.
Especially if this was like,
they shipped it. They shipped the wrong
one itself, or it was just available online.
They shipped the wrong one. So Albrecht, where do you get this information? Albrecht's account.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense though, because like the idea with the coin thing, they've released it when there's no other release, and then you have to spend money to get the coin. So it kind of does seem counterproductive on their part to release it when there's a load of new Star Wars sets and everyone's going to be ordering stuff. But yeah, it's definitely frustrating if they've not properly reiterated that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It was the first promotion in a while that I didn't have an interest in until I saw other people with it, and then I was like,
That's
"No,
what I mean. That's what I mean. So I'm exactly the same. Like, I don't want that. They're
Well,
just coins.
I'm
And
still not sold on them. I'm still not sold. They look good, but I'm not. Oh no. I'm
Well,
not
I
sold.
give you an example of not wanting anything until other people want it. Is think about the prints, those art prints they have. Like they first they would give them with like that would be a gift with purchase. Like you would just get it. Now they have them for sale. Would spend your points. So those Marvel ones are still on the website, still there. The patent ones still on the website.
I picked up one of those.
The Fiat ones, which are ridiculously priced. I mean, I don't know what the deal is. They must have a tremendous licensing fee because those are high. Still on the website. Winnie the Pooh sells out in seconds.
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm like, whoa! I was like, what's up with this? And people are putting them on eBay for $200 and $300 each. I'm like,
oh my god,
it was ridiculous. So you get the whole set would be over $1,000.
Mm.
When they first released them. I'm sure it's come down since then.
Yeah.
And so that's what happened with the coins. That first one was on the website for a while.
Yeah. I was saying to people as well, like, I should probably get this first one because the first one is always the most expensive because people that get the second and third or the fourth, they'll want to go back to the first one. And it, like you said, Jabba, it was sat on there for ages and ages and ages. Should have got it. Should have got it. But
and so the last one was gone quickly here in the United States. I think it was everywhere.
Yeah.
And so that's why I'm worried about this next one.
Yeah.
It's like I'm going to have that 5-case holder, and I'm only going to have 4 coins.
You'll have to put a chocolate coin in the middle.
There you go.
How big are those coins, by the way?
They're like a silver dollar.
Oh, I mean, the picture is maybe just because it's enlarged to show texture, just like a potato chip bag. But it looks, in my opinion, it almost looks like it's like the size of a base plate or something.
Oh no, it's
like the whole frame would be.
It's smaller than that. Yeah, it's a lot smaller than that. It's more like a Kennedy $50 or a Eisenhower silver dollar or something like that.
Okay.
But it's one of those things nobody knew they wanted until they couldn't get one.
Yeah.
What's the picture on the last one? Is it a Lego one?
It's a gold coin that says Lego.
I really want that. Am I going to get that?
Admittedly, I might want that one the most out of them because it's a Lego accessory that's almost like people-sized.
Yeah, because it does look like the small Lego coins.
Yeah. If they had made a series of 4 of those and put 10, 20, 30, and 40 on the back of it, that would have been awesome.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Take my ideal Lego and use it.
But make sure we all
are the
get
coins
one.
the same on both sides? I haven't seen them that
It says
close.
Lego VIP on the back.
Okay.
Which isn't too bad. I mean, like, and apparently the holder is going for a lot of money just on its own.
It's crazy.
Yeah, because the case come out at the beginning as well with the first coin. So
which makes no sense. Why is there a limited run of the case? And so I went ahead and sent off for it. I didn't even think about it selling out, but I did send off for it. And then because I thought the coins were just going to come as a coin. And then when I got the coin, it had its own case. And then I was like, well, why did I get this case then?
Yeah. I'm glad it does, though, so that you don't just get a coin and then, like, because apparently they scratch quite easy.
Yes. I'm afraid. Yeah, some of mine are crooked in the case, and I'm afraid to open it to straighten it.
Yeah.
That's always the best argument I always love using. Oh, Legos for kids. Yeah. Go find those coins and tell me that's for kids.
Yeah. Exactly. No kid with his pocket money's picking up one of them on his
So I saw this guy, Tommy Seabricks.
Yeah.
And he has a podcast, and they were talking about these promotions, and they had a really awesome idea about how they could fix these things where I think it would aggravate less people, but have a window of opportunity to place your order and let people know this is only going to be available for a week or 2 weeks or whatever it is. And if you don't order it, then you won't be able to get one. Instead of having people go onto a website and it's gone in seconds,
Mhm.
I think Lego's already tried that because I had that with the Lego lightsaber that they'd done on the promotion, and
Oh yeah, I remember that.
just
It didn't work. There was no demand for it.
No, there was too much demands. I think there
Oh.
was, and yeah, he just kind of it was. It wasn't the first time, and nor was it the last time because I done it exactly the same with the Porsche, and yeah, to say I wasn't happy with that one was probably a little bit of an understatement.
What happened with the Porsche?
Tell them the story, yeah.
So I ordered the Porsche on release day, and it came with that that really crappy promo, but doesn't matter. It was a promo. I wanted it because I am a car fanatic, so I'm not so much a Porsche fanatic, but beside the point. So we're talking about the Creator one.
You needed the wallet, right?
Yeah. So I ordered it, and it probably probably about 2-3 weeks. Still ain't got it. Still never had it. Could have been actually longer. Actually, I think it was probably about 4 weeks. I think it was probably pushing on to. Phone up lovely lady at Lego. Well, I call her a lovely lady because I kind of felt sorry for her because it's probably like the third time now I've spoken to someone at Lego, and yeah, she basically turned around and says, "We're really sorry. We're gonna have to cancel your order because something's happened across the border. We're not quite ready for Brexit." Bear in mind, Brexit has been going on now for I don't know, best part of 4 years. So yeah, so she just basically said, "Well, we can resend it out to you, but you're not going to get the promo." I was like, "But you've got my box at customs, and you're not going to send it out?" "No, well, we're just going to pull it apart or whatever." Or, well, we all came to the assumption that it'd probably go to Porsche or something like that. I was like, "But you've got my box. Why can't you just get the box back, print the right address in?" Because I think they put the wrong address on it or the wrong name, something along those lines, and send it back out to me. But they said, no, we can't do that. I was like, what? Whatever. Bearing in mind, I had a blacksmith house that was on order as well with no promo. I wasn't bothered about the promo that came with the blacksmith house, if there was any at all. And that was even longer. I didn't even have that. I just, look, can you just send the blacksmith house? Forget about the Porsche. I don't care. I want the promo. I don't care. I'll pick the Porsche up anywhere I want. I can go to Smith Toys, whoever. Bugger it. I'll even fly over to Canada to Toys R Us if I wanted to. It doesn't matter. I don't care. I can get that anywhere. And then, like a day later or 2 days later, I get a text message or an email from Lego saying that we got an order for you. And I just thought it was my blacksmith house. I was like, yeah, happy days, And no, it turned out it was the Porsche with the promo inside it. Next day, I'll get another text message saying that, oh, we got another one for you. And it was a blacksmith house and another Porsche. So I got 2 Porsches. One of them was free of charge. I was like, and it turned out now, obviously, I haven't mentioned this to anyone, but it turned out because I asked for a refund on the Porsche and cancelled the order, I actually got both the Porsches with promo for free. And I phoned them up, in all good. Yeah, so I didn't pay 170 quid or whatever the price. I didn't pay for it at all. And in all good faith, because at the time I just assumed I'll pay for the other one, just took it out, just out of free will. And I phoned them up. Yeah, I said, you sent a Porsche to me. I've got now 2 of them, and you haven't charged me for one of them at least, So she said, "Do you want me to, box it back up, send it back?" No, just keep it. No.
Oh my god! I got a
don't give with purchase is a whole other set.
I got a gingerbread house from them, and when I opened up the box, the gingerbread house was squashed, burst open. The bags were still intact. I rang them, and she said, "Yeah, I'm going to email you shipping label, stick it onto the box, put the box back into the box, and send it back to me." And I was like, "Everyone else gets to keep theirs."
It might be because as well. I mean, to say that I was horrible to this woman down the phone is probably putting it pretty mildly, because I've already had a long day as it was, and this is the first. And not only that, I mean, I've been on hold, and lucky enough for my kind of job, I drive for hours. So, like being put on hold, listen to their crappy music for an hour, does your head in, and it does make you a bit sleepy, but it's beside the point. I had the time to do it, so that didn't worry me. But obviously doing it 3 times in a row, I'm not exactly what you call the most sanest person on the planet, but yeah, by the time I got to her, and when she said that there's nothing we could do to you, we can't send it back to you despite your box is still in customs, I just got like, you got to be kidding me, you guys are a joke. I felt horrible afterwards. I will admit, I felt absolutely horrible. But at the same time, my blood was boiling so much. I was like, you know what? Screw you guys at Lego. I can't. I've been an avid customer to you guys for the last, I don't know, since I was a fetus. And this is how you treat your customers. It's just, oh God, I just couldn't believe it. But then when they said, "Oh no, keep it," I'm just like,
yeah,
all right.
So the thing is, you had this bad experience that
just 1 second.
Go ahead.
We have to let Tech go. He has to shoot off. He's been trying to go for 15 minutes, and the conversation was so good. Sure, he was joining in, so don't say sorry to him.
I was. It's all good. It's all good. But no, Joe, it's been a pleasure to meet you. And Joey, I think we might have crossed paths on the stream before, but it's been lovely chatting to you. Sai and as per. But yeah, enjoy the rest of the stream, guys. It's been a pleasure, and I will see you all very soon.
See you later. Bye. Sorry, Jabba, what were you saying?
Oh, that's okay. I feel bad that he was waiting.
Oh, you're grand. Sure, he was joining in the conversation as well. So.
Yeah, he's got his own self to blame.
So I can totally sympathize with this situation here, being totally frustrated with the whole music that says, here it says, "We're sorry you're still waiting."
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, what? It's like, they're like, are they being snarky with the hold music? Like, oh, we thought you would have dropped off by now. But they really do have good customer service, but it shouldn't have to be that way. It shouldn't have. You shouldn't have had to go through what you went through.
What annoys me the most is like people say, "Oh, they got this amazing customer service, this, that, and the other." Every time I phone them up, I'm having a goddamn argument with them. And, I'm just like, who are you guys speaking to? Because I want to speak to that amazing customer service. Yeah. I'm having a real crap experience. It's just, to say that I was frustrated with them is pushing it bloody mildly. I even done a video on it. I even done a video where I was so lost for words. I just couldn't even speak in it. I was just like, well, here's all this shit. All right, I'm off. I couldn't speak.
I've done several of the smashed box videos where the box that you receive from Lego is perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with it. You open it up and the contents are smashed. I'm like, this was either put in that way or they took those stupid air bubbles and smashed them. And so like yours, mine wasn't completely open, but what were the red stormtroopers called?
The Sith Troopers.
Sith Troopers.
Or Sith Troopers, yes.
I had that and several other sets that were smashed. And it was the same thing. They wanted you to send them back or you still pay for another one. And so they sent me more Sith Troopers. Guess what? The next one, it was smashed also.
See, I mean, because I don't only collect Lego now. I mean, I've been a Lego collector, like I said, since I was a fetus. But now I've buy Lego and Kobe now. And like Kobe's packaging puts Lego to shame. It really, really does.
They use sturdy boxes, don't they? They got more. The cardboard is more thick.
The cardboards. You could probably knock someone around the head with those boxes and knock them clean out. They're like cinder blocks. They're solid. And then you can't look at Lego, which is a premium product, and like the boxes. I mean, I always like Lego boxes. I think like the artwork they put on there and like how they do things is really, really nice. But then when you get something like this, which is classed as a budget brand, when their boxes are actually better and no thumb tabs as well. There's no thumb tabs on these boxes as well. It kind of like, what is Lego doing?
They want you to throw the boxes away.
Yeah, that's what they want.
Yeah.
I mean, Kobe effectively want you to do that anyway, but yeah, it's just like the quality. It just seems like, are we actively now being bloody ripped off now when budget brands are doing like good, if not better, bricks and better boxes and all that kind of stuff? Is Lego now just actively ripping us off? Maybe not. I don't know. I don't care. I'm going to keep buying Lego, but it's just things in the back of my mind. And yes, Matt is out there. He's probably going to say, "Oh, look, Solo's rants back on again." I'm not going to rant, but I'm just saying. I
got to go back and watch
two different side of things. I build both sides of the spectrum, and I can see both sides of the arguments now. It's kind of crazy. It really is. And
there it is. Was there earlier?
Yes.
Solo, you're my kind of scum.
Yeah, I get a bit too ranty sometimes. I do apologize if it's the first time you ever seen me on a live stream. It's,
so is the Kobe stuff? That they made some Doctor Who stuff and it said character building on the packages I got here in the U.S. But is that the same company?
Kobe's Kobe, yeah. Same
Okay.
company, yeah.
Because
They got some, they got some good licenses now. They have got some good licenses.
Yeah.
I mean, for people in my comment section to say that, they're fake Lego. I mean, I've had arguments with people as well in chats and everything like that. They're not a fake company by any means. Lego lost the pattern 30 years ago. You can't expect people to just idly sit by and just watch Lego make all this money. People are going to do their own thing, and Mega Bloks is one of them. You can't sit back and say, look, that Lego.
I think that the word should only be used when they directly copy in, they're trying to
do an scummy company. They actively copy them. You can't. It's piracy in there at the end of the day, but. Kobe don't do that. They just make military vehicles. They make cars. They've got official licenses. They don't just make crap and then just go, there we go. They actively go out and go to Boeing, go to Fiat. They do things right. Even NASA as well.
And as much as Lego hates these other companies, us as the community and the fans, we should want these companies to succeed because that's competition, and competition leads to improvement in quality.
Exactly.
Yeah. And not only that, it will drive the prices down as well.
And yes, that's
the more people that start going for this, Lego's going to have to soon enough wake up and think, "Holy crap!"
That's a weird one from Martin. He says my most recent box came with the flaps taped backwards and the box art on the inside. That's crazy. Martin, I think you're new. So basically, anyone who's new, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the like if you like what's going on, because the conversation is really good. But that one is a weird one. So Martin, did you basically get a brown box and open it up and the art was in there?
That's a rant video on its own. That is, but that'd be a good one.
I can expect something like that from an eBay seller. I probably have had that before, but from the manufacturer itself, that's raising a lot of questions.
Admit, I've had a crunchy. No, it wasn't crunchy. I had a Kit Kat, was just wafer, no chocolate. So it was just a Kit Kat chunky, had no chocolate on it. I love the wafer, so I don't complain. But I was like, is this worth money? eBay.
People buy anything on eBay. I'm the other way. I like it when you get like a Kit Kat which it's just chocolate, or the purple snack bars from Cadbury. I like those with just chocolate. It's like it's just like you get more value for money.
I'm happy either way. I don't care. But that is an interesting one. Just having the box, the flaps the wrong way around.
So when I go into a Walmart or a Target store, one of the routines I do this every time I'm in a store for the first time, or if they've gotten new stock, is after I look at the Lego, see if there's anything there, I go over to the Thomas and Friends stuff and look for box art errors, because I like will they have a character and the name on the box is a different character name. Those things.
I think I've seen that recently with some of the Lego boxes. People were getting some of the helmets, and it would say the name on the top of it in a different language, or like a misspelling or something, like Darth Vader, but instead of Vader, it's Vador. I'm like, how did that happen?
I noticed that with one of my friends. He's got the suit. He's got the Star Destroyer, the recent UCS Star Destroyer, and I was looking at the plaque on it. I was like, and I'm a full-on Star Wars nerd. I'm mad for it. And I was looking at the plaque. I was like, half that information on there is wrong. It's just actively wrong. I was like, this is supposed to be something that's right.
So there was a guy that I've watched for his science videos named Scott Manley. And he was building the space shuttle the other night, and he immediately started commenting on the plaque and the information that was wrong on there about the space shuttle.
I've already looked at I was looking at the Lego store. I was looking at the plaque. I was like, I can already see there's a few bits and bobs wrong there already. Like, you're a premium product, Lego. Come on.
You remember with the Back to the Future, they spelled shield wrong.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
Yes.
I love errors.
Yeah.
Brett.
And Martin says it was just the flaps on the box, so that's not too bad. It would have been awesome to have a box that was like just backwards. Hey, Brett.
Mm-hmm. I've had some of with the sealing of the bags. I've had sometimes where the little bags, sometimes will be inside a bigger bag where they're just melted into the.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
And anytime I can get a Lego piece that's factory error, that's always great. But they're hard to find. They do good with the quality for the most part.
I don't think I've seen one yet. I do remember that I had a Toy Story 3 set back in the day, but I don't know if it was a factory error or it just wore off really quickly. That the torso for the Woody Cowboy figure was missing a whole bunch in between. It's like patchwork almost.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just see if I can find that again and take a photo.
Yeah, sometimes those are worth a lot on the secondary market.
Mm-hmm.
People like the errors. One of the UCS sets, it came with an extra sticker sheet, but my son didn't realize that wasn't normal because he messed up putting the sticker on the canopy,
mm-hmm.
and I was trying to very carefully take it out, and he said, "Oh, don't worry, we got another sticker." And I'm like,
Was that the A-wing?
No, it was the X-wing, the second UCS X-wing.
Because that's very interesting. Because the UCS A-wing, right, and they even put it in the instruction manual. Bearing in mind, they put this in, and we've done this with a couple of people across the pond as well. And they said that they actively put in extra stickers because they know putting the sticker across the canopy is particularly difficult. So they put extra stickers in there. We're like, wow, cool. So here in the UK, we're pulling them out. Well, we've got these two sticker sheets. Neither one of them are for the canopy. They're both extra stickers. Our friend over in the USA hasn't even got that. He's only got the one sticker sheet. So we're just like,
God.
What? Wow.
Yeah.
We're just laughing at it. It's like, oh my God.
I didn't know that was a normal thing.
It's not a normal thing, but
okay.
they actually done it because there's a particular sticker that goes over the top of the canopy of the A-wing if you haven't built it.
I got that set. We need to. Yeah, we haven't built it yet. I need to check that out.
It is a and the sticker's not long enough. You've got to bear that in mind. The sticker's not long enough. So if you actually build it, don't try and build it right down to the black line and then put it across because you have one side that's thicker than the other side.
Those large stickers on curved surfaces.
And the worst part about it is then you get another set. I can't remember what one it was. Was it the Razor Crest and the stickers already? It's just printed on there. It's like this is a much cheaper set than that. Mad.
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad it was the recent Avengers Tower, the thing that came out last year. I just built this the other day, and no stickers on any of the glass pieces, any of the transparent stuff. Because I know the original one had that with the Age of Ultron. It was like 2 stickers across two glass pieces. It was like hard to line them up because it's still making the Avengers logo. This one looks a lot better, like all around. But I definitely I don't have to worry about the stickers on that one.
Yeah. There's a lot of stickers on that one. Yeah, that's the sticker you're talking about there.
So
I'll take off that. Sorry.
It's kind of a love-hate relationship.
There you go.
That's it. That's what he's talking about. Yep.
Oh, that's like 3 or 4 pieces. Wow.
See, I get the Kobe sets, and obviously Kobe don't do stickers; they just do pad prints, right? And they do stickers, some prints, sometimes over 2 bricks. And it lines up perfectly. They must put it through the same machine at the same time. It lines up perfectly, and you get another one up from Lego, and it'll just be slightly skew width, and you're like, oh, that's embarrassing, And it's bloody frustrating as an avid collector with severe OCD when it comes to that kind of stuff. I mean, I could spend hours putting a sticker on sometimes, but oh God, it does annoy me sometimes. Yeah, Matt's going about the rust stickers. Yeah, I think that just if he wants to go for the new movie one, I won't be putting them on.
Yeah, at least it's an option that.
Yeah, I'm glad that is
you
an
don't
option.
have to use them.
I'm glad that is an option, but I am glad that is an option. I suppose that is the only benefit of having stickers, that you can just leave them off. But yeah.
Yes. I think this may be a good time to wind it down, guys. It is 10:30. We've had a really good time. I've had a great time. And it was great to have you on, Jabo, and Maniac for Bricks, Joey. It's good to have you on as well. Sorry about the time.
Thank you very much.
All on me. My bad. Don't know what that
No
means.
problem.
Say it all the time, but and obviously Solo, you are one of my right hand people, and yeah. So first of all, I want to say thank you to everybody who was in the chat tonight. So we had everybody from Family Bricks, who is called Matt Elder. We have Knights of Glen. We had a young man called Maniac for Bricks who was saying hello to everybody. Simon Moss, Martin Jensen, who is new, Lester, Brett Bills, who is another awesome guy. He's a trained maniac. You must have interacted with Brett at some stage. He was probably in your live streams or your comments at some stage, Jabo. He's a trained nut as well. Like,
he's a thought. Yeah, he loves his train.
loves his trains. We also had Will Harper was here, Nicoletta was here, Lester, Mama Lego. We had Simon Moss. This chair is very squeaky. We had Thomas Davey. It must be a screw loose like myself. Mr. and Mrs. Craggle. That's Cut the Craggle to you and I. And we had Noah Moo, he said he'd be back. He didn't come back. We miss you. We had All Bricks Count. We had, who's that there? That is, oh yeah, now I'm going to try and say this again. Mayo Husku for commenting on Jabo channels. I love crazy things. Where did you get that name from? Do you know the story behind that name, Jabo? No?
I do. So I'll try to be real quick. One of the things in live streams is people used to impersonate other people, and it was very easy. You could click on their icon and you could figure out who it is. Well, somebody impersonated Mayo and went through and used a bunch of profanity on a lot of comments, and I blocked them. And right. I blocked all of Mayo's channels, and it wasn't him. And so he had created this other channel, because when I put him back and got his and found out who the real one was, we could, even though he was not blocked, he couldn't comment on my channel, and we went back and forth trying to figure out what was wrong, and so he just created another channel so he could comment. I mean, he could comment, but I couldn't reply to him. His comment would show up, but I couldn't heart his comment or reply to it. So I was like, he can shorten that channel name, by the way. You don't have to have it that way.
I'm going to have to learn the first letter of each of the words. Tiago has dropped in. Very nice to see you, Tiago. Hopefully Tiago will come on. We were talking about it a little while ago, and it'd be cool to have you on to have a bit of fun with us. It'd be awesome. Other people who've dropped in would be AT's Life and Lorraine Fox O'Connor. They're the family. So thank you to everybody who was in the chat.
One more. Don't forget about Tech Productions and London Bridge Bricks that were here earlier.
We're going to get those lovely, lovely people now. I'm going to say thank you to the people who were on the panel, obviously the people who were out shopping today. So we had Greg from London Bridge Bricks, who went off to have a curry. The lovely Gemma made him. And we have Tech Productions, who is obviously tired as well. So thanks to those two guys who walked around London from about, what time, 9:30 this morning? And they finished, I think.
Part-timers.
Yeah. But thank you to those. I want to say thank you to Jabo for coming on, and hopefully you'll come on again and have a nice conversation with us. Joey, good to see you, and Darren, my old friend from the UK. Thanks for everybody for watching. It's a Saturday. It's a weird time. It's back to Thursday next week. So everybody have a great weekend, and we will all talk to you soon. Bye.